Guys, and welcome to Football Fandom UK. We're here for our second match watch along tonight. Arsenal taking on Sporting Lisbon. Apologies, I'm a minute or two late, guys. Just having a problem connecting my earphones. They don't seem to be connecting, so not to worry. Just as usual, always unexpected technological gremlins to deal with. Um, so just bear with me a second, guys. Just going to share with you guys on the screen the stats page. There we go. So you guys can see it. So we're just 2 minutes in, guys. Still 0-0. Sporting Lisbon with the possession. Um, it won't turn up while you've got it connected on the thing. Oh, there you go. Press it. Sorry, guys. Just having a little headache here trying to connect my earphones. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, that felt really weird. Oh, we finally can hear what's going on. Although it feels really weird because it's in the opposite ear I usually use. But not to worry. Not to worry. These things present to tries. Lisbon now on the attack. Arsenal pressuring them to move back with the ball, and Lisbon forced all the way back towards the halfway line and now pushed into their own half of the field under pressure from Arsenal. And they still managed to keep possession. So let's see who we got in the chat. Aaron, how's it going, Aaron? Hi, mate. How's it going? Welcome to the show, Aaron. Always great to see you, mate. And yeah, I'm good, thanks, mate. Hopefully you're good. Great to see you. Aaron saying 1-0 Arsenal, I say. Yeah, that's a good shout, mate. It could be a tight game. Obviously, it was finishing 2-2 over there in Portugal. So much work for Arsenal to do tonight. But as Aaron is saying, 1-0 for Arsenal would do it. Would see them through to the next round if they don't concede in reply. So yeah, Aaron, good shout, mate, and welcome to the show. Hopefully everything with you is good, mate. As we so we've just got a free kick here for Sporting Lisbon. I see we've got a referee that I don't like tonight, guys. I forget his name, but I know I don't like him. So Sporting with the free kick, knocked out to this near side, but Arsenal challenge and pick it up. And now Arsenal will try to relieve the pressure on their goal, but lose it on this near side. And Sporting clearly come to play here with the fact that they're doing well with the early spells of possession. They win it back from Arsenal and now pass it back towards the halfway line. And now come running straight in directly into Arsenal's midfield. Ball out to this near side. Now a cross comes in, headed away by Arsenal as Lisbon pick it up again just on the halfway line. And now Arsenal trying to press the ball to win it back, but long ball over the top from Sporting, and it goes straight to the Arsenal goalkeeper. So Aaron is saying, "Come on, London is red." Okay, Aaron. Aaron, obviously hoping for Arsenal to win tonight, which is good as we are a UK football channel. So we always want to see UK clubs progress in these competitions. So yeah, absolutely. Aaron, hopefully it will be a positive result tonight for Arsenal and we'll see another UK club into the next stage of the competition. We'll be keeping an eye on the other games as well, guys, because we want to see how West Ham get on tonight. West Ham taking on uh, AEK Lanica. And West Ham currently 6 minutes in that game, and it's still 0-0. But West Ham winning it 2-1 on aggregate from the first leg. We've got a stoppage here, guys, for a United. No, that's because I've just been doing the United game. My apologies. Arsenal player, sorry, down on the ground with an injury. Looks like it could be quite serious. Arteta taking advantage of this breaking play early on, as he's got a lot of his players surrounding him and he's dishing out instructions, which suggest that Arsenal may not have come out with the right tactical formation in this early stages of the game. We're only 6-7 minutes in, and already Arteta feeling that he needs to get instructions on whilst the opportunity is there. So it's Tomiyaska, Tomiyasu, who is coming off for Arsenal with a knock, and it's going to be White coming on. So Arsenal forced into an early substitution. So Arsenal now with the possession, and the goalkeeper kicks it up the field, up towards the halfway line. Had it headed on, uh, and it ends up going back to the goalkeeper for Sporting Lisbon. So while we wait for Sporting to get the game going again, Joey is saying, "How's it going, Joey?" Joey is saying, "Hi, mate. How's it going, Joey? Welcome to the show, mate. Great to see you. Did you manage to get something to eat? And hope you did, mate. Was it anything good? Looking forward to having something to eat myself at the end of this match watch along. Uh, Arsenal now with the possession out on that far side, but lost it to Sporting as Sporting tried to come back into the centre of the park, but they lose it. And now Arsenal with the possession midway inside their own half as they knock it towards the halfway line and lose it. Now Sporting Lisbon coming again down this near side, but cut back into the centre of midfield, crossed into the box, and eventually goes out on that far side for a goal kick. So yeah, great to have you with us, Joey. Like I say, I hope you enjoyed your food, mate. Joey's saying, going to say 2-1 Arsenal. Yeah, it's a good one. That's definitely a possibility. It could be another tight game. If Sporting carry on like this, I would expect them to at least potentially at least score one goal. So Arsenal are going to have to work hard tonight to get the result they need in this game. But yeah, good shout that, Joey. Thanks, mate. And Aaron saying, "Hi, Joey. Nice one, Aaron. Appreciate the positivity, mate. Always great to see you guys welcoming each other to the chat." So, top man, Aaron. Joey saying, "Hi, Aaron. You okay, mate?" Nice one, Joey. And Aaron, yep, hope Arsenal win. So, you guys making the effort with each other. Always great to see, guys. Aaron saying, "Can you do more Scottish games like Rangers or Celtic?" Um, I'll come back to that question in a sec. Sorry, as Sporting just working their way down that far side of the pitch, and Arsenal managing to get plenty of bodies behind the ball. But interesting to see that Sporting, the team in the ascendancy in these early stages, we would have thought Arsenal would have come out flying at the start of this first half. But they're not able to get themselves going just yet properly because of Sporting Lisbon having large spells of possession. Still in possession, Sporting on the halfway line. As it's cut back and Arsenal try to cut it out, but Sporting keep it moving, and they're forced to play the ball back towards their goalkeeper. But Arsenal pressing the ball well here, but Sporting doing well to keep it. Guys, if you just join us, please do hit that like button, drop your comments in the chat. Be great to hear from you guys. I will come to the comments section throughout the game as and when I can. Sporting now with a long ball down that far side of the pitch, and now they cut back and come in. Oh, beautiful shot that, but it's just gone wide of the post as a shot comes in from the far side of the pitch, just on the edge of the box from Lisbon, and not very accurate, but a good effort from distance, but doesn't do enough to trouble the goalkeeper. So free kick for Arsenal to restart the game. So Aaron is saying, can you do more Scottish games like Rangers or Celtic? Yeah, mate, I'm trying to do what I can. I'm trying to do a variety of English and Scottish games. The problem with Scottish games, obviously, is that a lot of the games are played at the same time with Scottish football. It's not broken up as the same as English games, so it makes it harder to do it. Plus, we also have to focus on games that are going to help the channel grow as well. So I'm always going to look to try and cover as much Scottish football as possible, but also have to consider what's going to help us get the subs. And I've got to be honest with you, mate. I've done out of the last 5 Scottish games that we've done, we've only had subs on one of those games. One of those games out of 5 games. So we're not picking up enough interest in Scottish football at the moment. And obviously, we want to make the channel successful. As I've said plenty of times, we want to involve Scottish fans. We want them to feel a part of it. But at the minute, with just me working on my own on the channel, it might be hard to get Scottish fans to embrace what the Fan Them project's about, because obviously I'm English, and a lot of Scottish fans, you know, don't particularly like channels managed by English people. So I don't know whether that's having an impact on it. But all I know is that I've done 5 of the last games that I've done of Scottish football. We've only had one game where we've picked up subs. So, like I say, it makes it difficult for me to do games for Scotland when all the games are on at the same time, bunched together. Plus, like I say, when we have done the Scottish games, we're getting really low interest. So it's a big chunk of time that I take out to do those games, and then especially if there's other games on that could help us get subs as well, then it's kind of, it feels like a wasted night if I'm wasting, or a wasted afternoon if I'm doing a Scottish game. We get no interest, and then there's other English games going on where I know we will probably get interest. So I will do my best, Aaron. I will do my best. I will try to. I'll always try to involve Scottish games. I like Scotland. I like Scotland. I'm not one of these people that's got an anti-Scottish agenda or an anti-Welsh agenda. I think the UK nations are entitled to their own independence, but I think we're also stronger together because we are. Let's be honest. England's a small country. Scotland's a small country. Wales is a small country, and we're stronger together as one because the way the world is now. So. But like I say, I'll keep trying. I'll keep trying to do what I can with Scottish games. But it makes it difficult if we don't get the interest from Scottish fans. If Scottish fans don't really show much enthusiasm for it, then it makes it more harder for me to keep finding the time to do Scottish games, especially if there's other games on in the UK that I know will help us get fan interest on the channel. So I will keep trying to cover what I can with Scottish football, mate, but I can't make any promises that I can do more because, like I say, I'm trying to get the balance right between all leagues. I'm trying not to just concentrate on the Premier League. I'm trying to do some of the lower leagues in England, as well as cover some Scottish football as well, and also to try and cover some European football. Same thing happened this week, guys. I prioritised the Champions League because a lot of fans were asking for it. I've prioritised the Champions League this week. And we've done 2 Champions League games, and the same thing again. Lesser interest, whereas there was Championship games and League One games on, and we might have got better interest in those games. So it's always a lottery which game I pick, mate, whether we're going to get interest of fans. Um, Obviously, once we're a bit further along, it won't matter too much because then we can mix it up. But obviously, at the minute, we're trying to hit certain targets to get YouTube approval, and that means that I need to obviously try and target the games that are going to get the most interest. Once we get approval off YouTube, then I might be able to mix it up a bit more and be a bit more selective to actually cover as many of the leagues as possible, as like I would like to do. But like I say, we also have to take into account as well what games are going to get us fans' interest with the Fandom project. So yeah, I'll do my best, mate. Do my best, but can't promise. Like I say, Arsenal now into the box as a foul is committed, but the referee waves it away. And now Sporting in a position to break up the other end of the field as they move the ball up the field on that far side. And now Lisbon coming forward from the halfway line. Arsenal managed to get men behind the ball as Lisbon were forced to cut it back before building pressure. But Arsenal now in a very much defensive formation, but they're not having it all their own way in this early stages, guys. 18 minutes gone, still 0-0, 2-2 on aggregate. Will CCP, CCFC, hello. Will is saying hello. How's it going, Will? Welcome to the show, mate. Welcome to Football Fandom. Always great to see new fans come and get involved. How's things with you, mate? Let us know if you've got a score prediction for this game. And I am see. Oh, Arsenal breaking into the box now. Shot comes in, blocked initially by the goalkeeper, but ricochets away, and then Arsenal follow up with another shot with Executive scoring that, and Arsenal take the lead. 19 minutes gone, guys, and it's Arsenal 1, Sporting Lisbon 1. That was an interesting goal. The first shot was blocked by the goalkeeper, but he didn't manage to keep control of the ball. It deflected away from him and straight into the path of an on-running Arsenal player who just smashed it right into the back of the net to give Arsenal a 1-0 lead on the night. So we'll wait for the restart of the game, but that basically came from a long ball up from the halfway line down that far side. Arsenal player breaking into the box, shot straight at the keeper. The keeper blocked the first shot, but it ricocheted off him and straight into the path of an on-running Arsenal player, and he smashed it into the goal. So good start for Arsenal finding that early goal in this first half. And it was Exaka. I'm not sure. I can never pronounce his name correctly. Exaka who scored the goal. So thanks for that, Will CCFC, and like I say, mate, welcome to Fandom. Joey's saying hi, Will. Nice one, Joey, and also Aaron as well. You guys are absolutely top class. Thank you very much. Always appreciate you guys making new fans feel welcome. So that's great stuff. If you just join us, guys, please do hit that like button. Drop your comments in the chat. We are not a club channel. We are very much a fan channel. Trying to build something unique for you guys that care about the future of the game, that love the game, but love your own club maybe, and very passionate about your own club, but also love football in general. If that sounds like you, then this could be the channel for you guys. So 20 minutes gone, guys, and we're just I don't know what's going on here. We're just waiting. All right, so now, yeah, sorry guys, my bad. The camera just showing the managers there, so I didn't know whether there was something else that we weren't seeing on camera. But the game is back going again, and now a long ball down the field from Sporting goes out on this near side for a throw into Arsenal. So Exaka, who scored the goal for Arsenal. Good attendance from the Sporting Lisbon fans. Arsenal with the throw-in and thrown down this near side. and it's Jesus. Good to see him back playing again after his long absence with injury. Arsenal now pick up the possession on this near side, trying to get an opportunity now. They've got it out on this near side and come inside and right. So Arsenal player's gone down there trying to come into the box, and there was shouts for a penalty, but the referees waved it away because he's claiming the offside flag went up before the challenge. So Arsenal will not have a penalty, but I think that would have been a soft one, to be fair. So 23 minutes gone, guys, and Sporting with a free kick. Long ball up the field, and Arsenal managed to get the ball down. And now Arsenal on the attack down the middle of the park. But Lisbon putting pressure on Arsenal and they lose it. And now Sporting Lisbon trying to break, but they lose it with some sloppy possession play. And now the referee has blown the whistle for another player down injured here. And it looks like we're going to see a booking as well. But just bear with me a second, guys. We'll see the replay and right. So yeah, a lunging. The Arsenal player initially lost the ball, and then he's lunged in to try. As he's falling over, he's lunged in a foot to try and deflect the ball away from the Sporting players. But in doing so, he's ended up catching the side of the foot of the Sporting Lisbon player, and that's what the free kick is for. So Sporting now with a free kick midway inside their own half, as they decide to just build from the back from the free kick, and Arsenal intercept the ball on that far side and end up knocking it out for a throw into Sporting midway inside their own half of the pitch. So long ball up the field from the throwing for Arsenal. And Arsenal eventually knock it all the way back to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper with a long ball up the field, but intercepted by Sporting. And now they will try to build from the back as they knock the ball out to that far side. And a ball chipped forward to no one down that far side, and Arsenal will pick it up again. So Arsenal now building from the back. Interesting to see Lisbon not intimidated by the atmosphere of playing away from home. Now Lisbon and win back the ball on the edge of the Arsenal box, but Arsenal managed to surround the Lisbon player there, trying to break into the box. And now Arsenal with the opportunity to hit Lisbon on the counter attack as they move the ball up to the halfway line and now out to this near side, but forced to cut the ball back under pressure from Lisbon, and now into the centre of the park and out to that far side as Arsenal probe Lisbon for gaps in their defensive formation. A chipped ball over the top, and the on-running Arsenal player not able to meet that, and the ball ends up with a goalkeeper. So long ball up the field from the goalkeeper. So you know now Arsenal build again from the back. as Arsenal now pick up the ball on the halfway line and come forward. Under pressure from Lisbon, forced to knock the ball out to that far side, and Arsenal now coming in from their far side with an attempted cross, but it's blocked off and goes behind for a corner to Arsenal. So 27 minutes gone, guys. 1-0 to Arsenal so far on the night. 3-2 on aggregate. So still work for Arsenal to do to secure this victory and progress to the next round, but they made a good start with that early goal. So corner taken short for Arsenal towards the edge of the box, and a shot eventually comes in, but straight into the midriff of the goalkeeper and makes a comfortable save. And he gets a long ball up the field now for Lisbon. One Lisbon player in the box on his own, and just got a shot off, but blocked there by the Arsenal player that stayed with him all the way. But Arsenal tried to break again now, but the ball cut out by Sporting as Sporting look to now try to keep some pressure on Arsenal in possession midway inside the Arsenal half of the pitch. But forced to move the ball back towards the halfway line under pressure from Arsenal. So Sporting now moved the ball forward under pressure from Arsenal. And the referee blows the whistle again. I'm not sure what that was for. I'm just trying to. So Arsenal now attempt to come again with the ball on the halfway line now as they're just knocking it about. But Lisbon sitting with a high line. That's noticeable, guys. Lisbon keeping a high line. So opportunities in this game for Lisbon. For Arsenal to get in behind if they play the ball faster. As they work into the box now and get a shot off. But it's saved by the goalkeeper and eventually goes out, I think, for a goal kick. But yeah, very noticeable that Lisbon playing that high line, guys. So that could be something that Arsenal could take advantage of as the game progresses. Quite a brave tactic from Lisbon, if we're honest, guys, away from home. Arsenal now trying to clear the ball as Lisbon keeping the pressure on and Lisbon in possession on this near side, but they've lost it. And now Arsenal with an opportunity to break as they come forward down that far side. Lisbon keeping that high line quite tight, but it's still there. It's just up to Arsenal to pick up the pace of the game to try and take advantage of that as they cut the ball back. Um, you see what happening, guys. Lisbon playing this high line, but it's meaning that the line between their defence and the midfield is really compacted, which is meaning it's congested for Arsenal to try and get through. So maybe they need to try some balls over the top to take advantage of the fact that Lisbon are playing that high line. Um, So Arsenal now just knocking the ball about midway inside the Lisbon half of the pitch. And now the ball crossed over the top, and Arsenal now with the opportunity to get in behind as they did, but the Lisbon player seeing it all the way, and then the linesman flags up for offside. So I just want to see this. Was it actually offside? Yeah, yeah, it was. Yeah. Fair play. The linesman's actually got that right. To be fair, I was questioning that because it looked a bit dubious, but seeing the replay, he's got that spot on. The Arsenal player was slightly offside. So Lisbon now to build from the back. They knock the ball out to that far side. Clearly, they feel they can get some joy down that left hand, that's far side of the pitch, and which would be our right or Arsenal's left. So now Arsenal win the ball back and are just knocking it about inside their own half at the moment as they cut the ball back into midfield and now try to push up the field as they move the ball out to this near side with Lisbon players pressing the ball well, but Arsenal managing to keep it now as they work the ball across the field and now out to that far side on the edge of the box. Opportunity for a cross here for Arsenal, but Lisbon keeping it compact and tight, making life really difficult for Arsenal to break them down. So Arsenal just knocking it about at the minute as Lisbon pressing the ball well, but unable to piling too much pressure on Arsenal at the moment. But got to give credit to Arsenal. Lisbon came out in the first 10, 15 minutes, all guns blazing. Good possession from Lisbon. Uh, Arsenal was struggling to deal with it the first early stages, but eventually they've managed to get themselves worked into the game, scored that goal, and now Arsenal in the ascendancy as they work the ball out to that far side and now get a cross into the box. Gabriel Jesus picks it up, but unable to do much with it. With surrounded by Lisbon players, and eventually as he runs towards the face of goal, the ball just rolls out behind for a goal kick. He was just boxed in there, guys. He was just boxed in by Lisbon players defending it in numbers. And now Lisbon will build again from the back. Long ball up the field on this near side this time, but Arsenal player manages to intercept that and pass it back to the goalkeeper. And now ball up the field for Arsenal. Arsenal pick it up just inside their own half and will build again now coming forward. But Lisbon keeping that high line still. And now a ball cut in for United. Sorry, for Arsenal as they knock the ball forward, and Lisbon defending well there on this near side, but the ball has ricocheted out, and Arsenal players complaining there. They felt it was a corner, but the referee, I think, has given it as a goal kick. But yeah, some good. That was a good bit of play from Arsenal. They seen the space that Lisbon are leaving in behind their defensive line. They tried to exploit it there, but like I say, Lisbon read what Arsenal were doing. But if Arsenal keep doing some more of that, they should have more joy getting in behind Lisbon's back line. Now Lisbon in possession as they knock the ball back to the goalkeeper under pressure from Arsenal deep inside their own half of the pitch. Now long ball cleared up towards the halfway line. And Arsenal managed to pick it up, but under pressure from Lisbon, and eventually a foul, and the referee awards a free kick to Arsenal just inside the Lisbon half of the pitch, very close to the halfway line. It was a challenge from behind, Nothing the Lisbon player there can complain about. He's tackled from behind. The Arsenal player knew absolutely nothing about it, and he's just clattered into him while he was in possession of the ball. So Arsenal now to build again as the free kick taken, knocked backwards and then forwards. And now Arsenal moved the ball out to that far side, now on the edge of the box. But attempted cross, um, but deflected away. But Arsenal managed to keep it going as they knocks out and now move the ball out to this near side. And now another chip or pass into the box. But the linesman now has flagged for offside. So all that momentum stopped. But Arsenal players looking very frustrated with that. I can't believe that. The referee has given that offside. Uh, and by the time he'd given it, the game had moved on. He gave it for a decision of an offside about that. Unbelievable. Well, I don't understand this delay with this offside rule. I'm not understanding it. We keep seeing this. It's becoming more and more noticeable. This delay where linesmen are not flagging offside when they actually see it. Um, and it's wrong because it's wasting time. It's running the clock down. And what happens if this ends up being 3-3 at the end of the first half? That extra 30 seconds that the linesman is wasting there to make the decision is 30 seconds that could be the difference between a winning goal and not a winning goal. So I don't know what you guys think, but for me, it's very, very, very frustrating to see linesmen killing time like that. Delayed reaction to their decisions when they see an offside. So Sporting now with a free kick as they knock the ball into the midfield, and now out to this near side, long ball forward, but cut out by Arsenal, and now Arsenal pick up the possession midway inside their own half as they chip the ball towards the halfway line, and now forced to come back again to go forward under pressure from Lisbon. But Arsenal now just chip the ball forward on this near side, but it's cut out by Lisbon. And Lisbon will try to keep some possession, I imagine, here. But they don't manage to do that. Arsenal winning it back quickly. And now Arsenal on the edge of the box, but they lose it again. But yeah, good to see Arsenal there trying to pick up the speed of the game. 39 minutes gone, guys, just coming up to 40, towards 40 minutes. So only 5 minutes before now and a half-time break. Arsenal ahead 1-0, 3-2 on aggregate as Lisbon get the ball back with the keeper and knock the ball out to that far side and now come forward again. Oh, what? Look at this. Oh, this is a nice bit of play. Sporting player there coming racing straight down the middle of the park, straight towards the goal, and managed to get a good shot off. He did pretty much that all on his own from the halfway line. And Arsenal caught up sixes and sevens a bit there in their back line. We're not expecting that charge forward from the Lisbon player, but nice bit of play there. So let's go back to the chat, see what you guys are saying. Hi, Minnie. How's it going? Minnie saying, evening all. How's it going, Minnie Mo? Great to see you, mate. Hopefully everything good with you. Not spoke to you for a week or two. So hopefully you're all right, mate. Good to see you. And welcome to the show. I think we seen you last time we seen you was before the Hibs previous game. So hopefully everything good with you, Minnie. Disappointing result that. Joey saying, hi, Minnie. How are you? Are you bored yet with Hibs not playing? I imagine so, yeah. Lisbon now breaking into the box, but the ball, too much pace on it, and it ends up going behind for a goal kick to Arsenal. So, yeah, thanks for that, Joey. Minimo saying, hi, Joey. I was watching Man City. Was I lucky or what? Some game it was. Are you on about the City game in Europe the other day? Um, I thought that was quite boring, actually, Minnie. We did actually live stream that, and I thought it was quite a boring game. Very one sided, very. don't know. Maybe it's me. I don't particularly enjoy watching City dominate games the way they do. Um, they do it regular, don't they? They do dominate games quite like regular. But good to hear you enjoyed it, mate. I'm not saying it was a boring game. It was just very one sided. So and you get you know way City play. We get used to seeing them play that way so much, just one sided games. So I think that's why I didn't enjoy it too much. But good to hear you enjoyed it, mate. That's the main thing. Arsenal now with the possession on the halfway line from a clearance from Lisbon's goalkeeper. Um, but Arsenal moving it ball forward, but cut out by Lisbon, and now Lisbon try to keep some possession as they knock the ball across the back line midway inside their own half, and now knock the ball forward to the halfway line, but it's cut out with a good challenge there from Arsenal. Now Arsenal knocking the ball out to that far side and come forward again down that far side of the pitch. And Lisbon now breaking forward as they march into the Arsenal half of the pitch. Cut back, but then chipped forward. And now Lisbon running towards the corner flag, but under pressure from Arsenal. I'm not sure if that just went out, but it's going to either be a corner. No, it's either going to be a goal kick or a throw in. I think it's going to be a throw in. So thanks for that minute. Like I say, mate, good to see you. And yeah, surprised to hear you say you thought that was a good game, but fair enough, mate. Glad to see you enjoyed it. Aaron is saying, yeah, insane game. And Joey's saying, oh yeah, that the 7-0. Yeah, the 7-0 in the Champions League. Got who that was against now. It's completely gone out my head. Yeah, 7-0 beat RB Leipzig, won it. So yeah, thanks for that, Joey, and also Aaron. Minnie saying, Aaron, it really was cool. Well, good to hear you enjoyed it, mate. And Minnie also saying, I really enjoyed it, Gaz. Yeah, good to hear it, mate. Glad to hear it. I do. You can enjoy games like that. I'm not saying you can't enjoy games like that, but I've watched quite a bit of City over the last year or two, and they just play a lot of games like that where it's just one sided. So whenever I watch City play, mate, I want to see teams challenge them because they're so dominant in possession. So I want to see other clubs challenge them for their possession and challenge them um, to make it harder for them. If they're going to win the league so dominantly like the way they are doing, obviously it doesn't apply in Europe, but you know what I mean. If they're going to dominate games and the league so much like we've seen them do in the last few years, then we want to start seeing teams coming up with answers to challenge City. So I kind of think it, but yeah, it was good to see City win. Buzzing to see them progress to the next round, mate. Like I say, just from my point of view, I think I like to say I think I've just watched too many City games and know how they play like that. But yeah, it was good to see them get a comfortable win, progress to the next round. But like I say, I'm quite used to seeing City dominate games like that, so I think that's why I'm a bit more um, reserved, if you get my meaning. But I'm glad to hear you enjoyed it, Minnie. Like I said, I've watched a lot of City games and I've seen them dominate a lot of games like that. So I think that's why maybe I just didn't enjoy it as much because I want to see them. I want to see them win games, but I want to see them win games by being challenged, not by them dominating the possession like they do so much in games. But yeah, I'm glad to hear you enjoyed it, Minnie. Buzzing for that, mate. Like I say, just probably me seeing too many games like that from Man City. I'm sure you guys know what I mean. You see City play in the Premier League regularly. You see them dominate so many games with possession, and it can be even sometimes when they only win 1-2-0, they can just have like 80% of possession, and the other team's only getting like 15-20%, and it just makes for such a one-sided game when that is a one-off game. Like when we saw Liverpool v United, you know that United don't normally play that good, so that's a very rare scenario. But like I say, um, we see that City dominate so many games, so much possession that it just becomes normal. When you've watched them a few times, you just get used to it, and it becomes a little bit predictable and boring. And you're just like, right, come on, I want to see a team challenge them. I want to see a team make them actually come up with different tactics and have to use different scenarios to win the game. But yeah, they won comfortably, and like you say, good win. Good to see them progress. And yeah, buzzing to hear you enjoyed it, Minnie. That's awesome. Ball cut out on that far side as Sporting trying to build some momentum here to put some pressure on the Arsenal goal. 4 minutes added time at the end of the first half, guys. So please do, guys. Please, if you just join us, hit that like button, drop your comments in the chat. We're just approaching our time. Good time for me to have a bit of chat with you guys during the halftime break. So please do drop your comments, questions, stuff like that in the chat. As Lisbon now just knocking it about midway inside the Arsenal half of the pitch. Now moving forward, cross field pass out to that far side from this near side, and Sporting just probing Arsenal's defence, looking for an opportunity to get a cross in the box. But they're forced to cut it back there under pressure. And now Sporting with a shot. Oh, what a beautiful shot that was. But I'm not sure if it took a deflection, but it's just gone wide of the post. Only just slightly wide of the post that then, guys. So corner here for Sporting. Corner comes in towards the near support post, and Sporting end up heading it behind, and it goes out for a goal kick. And there goes the halftime whistle, guys. So at the end of the first half, it's Arsenal 1, Sporting 0, and it's 3-2 to Arsenal on aggregate. So an interesting first half, guys. So keep your comments coming. I'll come back to the comments in a second. We're just going to quickly have a look how West Ham are getting on, the only other UK club playing in Europe tonight. Well, obviously we had United earlier, but they've qualified. They've won now, going through to the next round. So good for them. Good to see one UK club through to the next round. So let's just quickly read through the results before we get to West Ham. Just in the Europa League, the earlier kickoffs finished Fenerbahce 1, Seville 0. Seville winning that 2-1 on aggregate. In the other games, Feyenoord winning 7-1 against Shakhtar Donetsk, and Feyenoord progressed to the next round 8-2 on aggregate. Real Betis losing to United 1-0. As we know, United progressed to the next round 5-1 on aggregate. And also SC Freiburg losing 2-0 to Juventus. So Juventus progressed to the next round 3-0 on aggregate. In the 8 o'clock kickoffs, guys, it's currently, obviously, as you know, Arsenal 1-0 up against Sporting, that 3-2 on aggregate. And the other games, it's apologies for this club, I can't read them correctly. It's Fenerbahce TC 0, Bayern Leverkusen 1. That is 3-0 on aggregate to Leverkusen. Real Sociedad 0-0 with Roma, but Roma winning that 2-0 currently on aggregate. And Union Saint Gillois 1-0 up against Union Berlin. That game is 4-3 to Union Saint Gillois on aggregate. In the Europa Conference League, apologies for this club because I tried to read them out before and couldn't get it. Dijon IF 0, Lecter Poznan 3. Poznan progressing to the next round 5-0 on aggregate. Sevastopol 1, Fiorentina 4, and Fiorentina progressed to the next round 5-1 on aggregate. Slovan Bratislavic 2, FC Basel 2, That finished 4-4 on aggregate, and it's FC Basel who won it on penalties 4-1. So Basel, the team to progress to the next round. In the 8 o'clock kickoffs in the Europa Conference League, it's currently Alkmaar 1, Lazio 1, Nice 1, Sheriff 0. Obviously, Lazio winning, losing that on aggregate at the minute 3-2, and Nice winning their game tonight, currently 1-0 up at halftime, and they're winning 2-0 on aggregate. Villarreal 0-0 with Anderlecht, and it's 1-1 on aggregate. And the team we want to take notice of, which is the other UK club, is currently West Ham 1, AEK Lanark 0, and that's currently 3-0 to West Ham on aggregate. So West Ham should progress quite comfortably. And just to let you guys know, if you didn't know, there was supposed to be a game on in the Lowlands League in Scotland tonight. Rangers B team taking on Calden Brevis. That game was postponed. But I presume that's to do with the weather. So that brings you guys bang up to date. What's going on around the grounds? Let's go back to the comments, guys. If you're just joining us, please do hit that like button if you could. Would be appreciated. Helps more fans see us, and that way we can get more fans involved, which make the conversation for you guys better in the chat. Please do hit that like button and subscribe if you're new as well, guys. That would be appreciated as well. So let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. So many saying, Aaron, it really was. So obviously, you guys still talking about the City game, with City winning that 7-0. Sorry, guys, I was just a bit distracted there. So Minnie saying, I really enjoyed it, Gaz. I read that one out. We'd be out. Please don't tell me it's done it again. Well, cool. Like I say, Minnie, glad to hear you enjoyed it. So cool. Like I said, I don't want to repeat myself again. I just explained why. I'm not saying it was a boring game. It was just I prefer more end-to-end games if I can. Joey's saying you just like lots of goals, don't you? Minute, laugh out loud. Yeah, well, that's cool if you do. That's not wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Minute is saying weather in Manchester was awful. Had every season in one day. I know. Yeah, we've had some bad weather here in the Manchester area the last week or so. So totally know what you mean, mate. Minimo saying Joey watching Hibs will never be the same. We're disappointed to see you guys not be able to get that result the other day, but like I say, hopefully you got that game out the way now, and you can start beating the teams in and around you, mate. Joey saying, "Oh, was that the game you had tickets for?" Obviously, Minute was attending the game the other day. Milzard is saying, hi, how's it going, Milzard? Welcome to the show, mate. Great to see you. Always great to have you involved. Hope you're all right, mate. And Milzard saying, Minnie, who is Hibs manager? And Minnie answering Lee Johnson. So thanks for that, guys. Joey saying, laugh out loud, Minnie. You will be demanding a goal fest. Well, yeah, we want goals. We always want goals, but like I say, I'll be. I know that Minnie's probably disappointed with the result the other day, which is totally understandable. But for me, it's kind of like the Premier League. It's the same in the Premier League for clubs in the Scottish Championship. Playing Rangers and Celtic at the minute is kind of a bonus game because you guys not expected to get anything out of those games. Because Rangers and Celtic so dominant in Scottish football. But I think a good thing, a good philosophy or strategy for Hibs would be to just focus on beating as many of the other clubs in the league as possible and getting into Europe. helping them improve their financial budget by playing in Europe to get better players in. And if they can do that a bit consistently, and that money is invested in the right places, then Hibs could potentially make a uh, build an half decent team that could potentially start challenging Celtic and Rangers a bit more. At least in the one-off games, anyway. Maybe, I'm not saying straight away as title contenders, but could at least challenge Celtic and Rangers for each individual game. And I think that's fair to say because the biggest problem in Scottish football, from what I've learnt so far, is the lack of finances going into all those other clubs. So yeah, don't know if that makes logic to you guys, but that's my thinking of it anyway. Minnie is saying, "Hiya, Millsord. How's Wigan doing? They got a point the other day, so they're back on back to picking up points, and hopefully it continues." Joey's saying, "Hi, Millsord. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that." Millsard saying, "Drew to Coventry on Tuesday, and we might be getting points deduction." Yeah, I briefly heard something about that the other day, so I'm not had a chance to look into that yet, Millsard. But what's that all about? Why are you getting points deduction? Minimo is saying, "Now I know how you felt watching 7 goals, Joey." Right, fair enough, mate. Um, I thought you'd be more neutral watching Arsenal. The likes of City in Europa League. In the Champions League. Sorry, forgot about it. Sorry, guys. I'm just having a little bit of a technical headache here. See if I can get round this. Bear with me a second, guys. All right. Hopefully we can. Hopefully we can. Millsard saying hi, Joey. Nice one, mate. And Minnie saying why the deduction, Millsard? Yep, I was just asking that. Millsard saying late payments. Um, Late payments. I thought you could only get points deduction for actually going into administration. You can't get points deduction for late payments. You can only get points deduction if you go into administration. That's the only way they give you points deduction, or at least that's how I understand it, unless there's some new rule that I'm missing. But yeah, Millsard, I'll check that out, mate, because I'm sure you can only get points deductions if you actually, if your club actually goes into administration. So I'm not sure if that's going to happen, but certainly I'll check it out. I'll try and find some time to have a look up and find out what's going on with Wigan with that. Minimo saying, does it not come off next season? No, I think if you get whenever the points deduction is issued, they have to give it that season. I think unless it's challenged, because the club can challenge it through the court of arbitration, sports court of arbitration. I think so. Yeah, but it has to go on that season because there's been that debate before, Minnie. To be fair, where I can't remember, it was a few years ago, but a club that was pretty much relegated got a points deduction for going into administration. It made absolutely no difference because they were already going down anyway. But that's the rules of how, or at least that's how I understand the rules. That as soon as they issue the points deduction, it has to be implemented pretty much straight away, unless there's a challenge through the sports court of arbitration. Um, so Millsard saying nah this season. Minimo saying I hate international breaks, guys. Uh, International break. Um, are we already? Oh yeah, we're on an international break. I'm not a big fan of it myself, Mini. To be fair, um, yeah, it's international break, isn't it? Is that next weekend? That's got to be next weekend because it's not this weekend because we've still got games going on this weekend. So that must be next weekend. Is it next weekend, the international break? But yeah, I'm not a big fan of it either, Minnie. I can't stand it. It's boring international football. Um, the only time it's not boring is obviously when it's actually a World Cup or a Euros tournament. But I think I agree that the qualification stage is so boring. So I totally agree with you, Minnie. I'm not a big fan of it either, mate. But thanks for that. Millsard saying same. So yeah, you guys feeling the same as well about that. Mini Moore saying we've got Celtic Saturday. Then next game is April. April. Oh yeah, you got Celtic away. That's not going to be much better, is it? That's a difficult game. That's a really difficult game for you guys. That one, mate. Yep. Tough game for Hibs the weekend against Celtic. So love to see you get something out of that, mate. But it's going to be a difficult ask. But that's like what 2-3 weeks away till April. So that's a bit of a what? Why such big gaps in the Scottish calendar? It's really strange. I've never understood that. Millsard saying we've got 3 more games to break. Um, so yeah, thanks for that, Millsard. Obviously, you guys not really looking forward to the international break, and I can't say I blame you to be honest. Aaron Keane is saying hi, mate. Nice one, Aaron. Appreciate it, mate. And Aaron saying 1-0 Arsenal. I say, yeah. Well, it's 1-0 currently to Arsenal, mate. So you're spot on at the moment. And Aaron saying, "Come on, London is red." Okay, mate. Okay. I'm getting the indication that Aaron might have a bit of a soft spot for Arsenal. So let me know if that's the case. But yeah, thanks for that, Aaron. Joey saying hi, mate. Nice one, Joey. And Joey saying gonna. Am I reading through the? No. Joey saying gonna say 2-1 Arsenal. And please don't tell me I'm going up back over old comments here. I am. I'm going back. Do you know what is with this stupid thing? And it's. I don't understand why it keeps doing this. Goes back to the top of the list, and it's really annoying. There we go. That's where we're up to. Millsard said all said we getting it for late payment. Well, I'd have to look into that, mate, because that don't sound right. I've never heard of the FA punishing clubs for late payment. Normally, it's for going into administration points deduction. Sue is saying, hopefully, Sporting beat Arsenal only one between it. Please send Arsenal out. Well, no, sorry, Sue. Don't. As I'm sure you've already picked up on the channel, mate. I always try to be positive about all UK clubs when it comes to European football. This is not UK clubs playing each other. It's UK clubs representing the UK in Europe. So from my point of view, I would always want UK clubs. Even City, a club that I'm not very keen on. I was still supporting them the other night for qualifying for the next stage of the Champions League, and they're not a club that no, I don't dislike them or anything. Um, I'm not a big fan of the massive advantage they've got over other clubs and the domination. Um, so yeah, like I say, but I would still wish them to do well in Europe. So I'm not like that, mate. When the UK clubs go into Europe, they represent the UK, and I want them to do well because it's only good for UK football. We can leave the rivalries for the domestic game, but each to their own, mate. Each to their own. If you wish to see Arsenal getting knocked out, that's fair enough, mate. But that's not my thinking. But thanks for that, Sue. Sue. Millsard is saying actually one more game till break. Right. Well, thanks for that, Millsard. I thought, like I say, um, Millsard saying he's flicked back. No, I didn't. It's this chat, mate. It's this chat. Sometimes it fires me back to the top for some stupid reason, and it's really annoying. So I have to watch out for it catching me out like that. It does it randomly. But like I say, sorry about that, guys. Suet is saying, do you like Bogdan and uh, Bog Bogdan and Bogdad, and because they support Bolton. Um, each to their own, mate. I know a lot of people like them. I don't really have a preference, to be honest. I've seen some of their content. They do some good content. Obviously, father and son type thing. That's the theme that they go with, and it works for them. So yeah, I wish them well with it, mate. I don't really have a preference either way. Um, like I say, I don't like them or don't dislike them. I don't really, I'm not really a T. I have seen them. I have seen their content, but it's not really a channel that I follow. So yeah, but no, I know they do a mixed bag of variety of stuff. But yeah, not really a thought either way towards them, to be honest. Sui, like I say, um, I'm always on the lookout for good channels because obviously I'm looking for other good YouTubers to potentially work with to help see if I can help them and see if they can help me. So because obviously I've got a lot bigger ambitions for Fandom than just doing what we're doing at the minute. As I've said to you guys a number of times, we're doing lot of match watch alongs at the minute just to help fans get to see us and so that I can get more confidence and practice in front of camera. Because it's not going to just click in 5 minutes or just over a couple of games. So trying to just keep the intensity up to just get better and get more confident, but also help the channel get in the algorithm as well. But also to make it easier for new fans to find us. So, like I said, I've got more ambitions for Fandom yet, mate. A lot more ambitions that I want to work on in the future. So, if I can find other good YouTubers, I will. But obviously, I've not really looked at Bogdan to work with because I know he's got a well-established channel. He works with his dad, so he's probably not going to be really interested in working with somebody like me when he's already got somebody to work with. And plus, like you say, his channel's considerably further ahead than us. Not that we're interested. I'm not interested in competing with nobody, to be honest. I'm just interested in doing my own thing and see if I can find other good YouTubers to possibly collaborate with and work with occasionally along the way, mate. So thanks for that. Sui, great question, mate, but probably not the answer you was expecting to hear. Millsard is saying, that's what I thought, only administration. All right, cool. Well, I'll look into it, Millsard. As soon as I get a bit of time free, mate, I'll try and look it up and find out a bit more about it because that doesn't sound right to me. That why should clubs start getting punished for bad decisions with finance in respect of you can't yeah, you can punish them once they actually go into administration. But if they're going to start doing that, then you should be dishing out punishments all over the place, shouldn't they, guys? To be fair. So yeah, like I say, Millsard, I'll try and find some time to read up about that if I can. Millsard also saying that point deduction is going ruin our season. Well, let's hope not, mate. Let's hope. Think positive. It's not actually engaged. They're not actually um, They've not actually implemented it yet, have they? So hopefully it might not happen. Minimo saying next again, week, no football. Next again, week, no football. Is that meant to be next week? Again, no football. I think, Mini. So thank you very much for that, Mini. Obviously, we have got games coming up next week. I hope we have anyway. All right. Let me just check. Yeah, we got a little bit, nothing major, but you're right, big disruption in the football calendar next week. But we have still got some games going on. But it'll be a big break for Scottish football, won't it? Because Scottish football just shuts down completely when there's an international break, pretty much. But yeah, we've got a little bit of football next week, but not too much. All dominated by the international football week. But we'll still be active, Mini. We'll still be trying to get content on and trying to do what we can. There is some games we can still cover next week. So hopefully that'll give you guys something to keep your football appetites wet. Millsard is saying That Rashford goal early was clean. No worries, mate. Yeah, it was. It was a beautiful strike and a beautiful goal, to be fair. But yeah, just to let you guys know, if you're wondering about next week, there is games. Nothing on Monday. We have a little bit of uh, football action on Tuesday, so we'll try and cover one of those games. And also, there's a game. Um, Game in English League Two on Wednesday, so we might cover that because we've not covered any English League Two yet at all. They've been getting pushed to the back of the pack at the minute because we're prioritising other leagues. So we haven't even covered one game yet on English League Two, guys. On Thursday, it's a few games on Thursday in the international games, but I'm just looking when the UK nations playing, England playing Italy on Thursday. But I'm just looking what other games. Northern Ireland also playing on Thursday. So yeah, not too much. So yeah, Minnie's right. It's going to be a difficult week next week, but there still is some football we can cover. So yeah, thanks for that minute. Milzard saying, all right, the Rashford goal. Yeah, it was a cracking goal, that Milzard. I really enjoyed that goal from Rashford. So we've got currently, guys, it's into the second half. We've got an Arsenal player down on the pitch at the moment. So hopefully he's going to be okay. But why he's chucked himself into that challenge there, the sporting player, I do not know. He's only going to come out with one result from that, and that's a booking. Um, Tottenham fan doing stuff. How's it going, mate? Welcome to Football Fan Den. Always great to see new fans come and get involved. Tottenham fan doing stuff is saying hi. How's it going, mate? Welcome to Fan Den. Like I say, hopefully you like what we're doing. Please do let us know your thoughts on this game. Obviously, if you're a Tottenham fan, I'm presuming you're probably hoping that Arsenal mess this up. But as I've said many times, we try to be supportive of all the UK nations in Europe. We leave the rivalry stuff, or at least I leave the rivalry stuff till we actually play the domestic games. So when it comes to European football, I always want to see every club in the UK progress as far as they can. So, but yeah, totally understand if you guys think differently. But yeah, Tottenham fan doing stuff. If you're still there, mate, let us know if you've got a score prediction or final score prediction for this game. And welcome to the show, mate. Milzard saying hi. Nice one, Milzard. Appreciate it, mate. Nice one. And Milzard say, do you like squad Southgate put out for qualifiers? I've not even looked at it, mate. I've not even looked at it. I'm not mega enthusiastic about international breaks. If I'm honest, they don't interest me that much. I'm more. I find I think it's just because I'm older. When I was younger, I used to be really excited about England playing and all that. But now I've seen that England has just become a brand. The FA are just using it as a brand. They're more interested in the money that they can make out of England than actually helping England progress forward. Because if they did, they'd appoint a manager with fire in the belly, but instead they pick a yes man in Gareth Southgate. So yes, I always want my country, England, to do well in competitions. But I'm not a big fan of international football, if I'm honest, Milzard. So apologies if that's not what you want to hear. When England play, I'll get behind them, and obviously, I'll support them, and I want them to win. But I think, like I said, I think it's just when you get older, mate, you just don't, until it comes to the major competitions, you'll know when you get to my age. You just get bored with the international breaks because it's predictable and boring most of the time. Um, it's different when it's an actual competition. Then it's a lot more enjoyable, isn't it? But actual qualifying breaks are not as enjoyable. But yeah, when England play, I would always support them and hope that they do well and get the results they need. But like I say, just not mega enthusiastic about international football. So I've not looked at the team news yet, mate. I'll have to try and check that out in the next day or two to familiarise myself with the team that is selected. So yeah, anything interesting, let me know, Milzard. Anything interesting in that team news? Any new players that have been surprised. Any surprise players been involved? And also, Minute, are you still there? Not sure if you're still there. What's your thoughts on the Scotland team news? Because I'm presuming the Scotland team has been released. So, any surprises in the Scotland team? Um, Let us know, Minute, or any of you other guys that might be Scotland fans. Let us know if you've seen the Scottish team, or even the Wales team. If you're a Wales fan or a Northern Irish fan, let us know if you've seen the team news. What your thoughts are on it for the nation that you support. So Arsenal currently in possession on the far side as they move the ball up into the Sporting half of the pitch. Sorry, no, I'm getting confused there. Back into their own half of the pitch there. Sporting showing bravery, I think, in their defensive formation, happily to push men up the field to close the ball from the front. Um, and it is working a little bit for Sporting because it is making Arsenal a little bit nervous in possession at the back, and they've just made just given the ball back to Sporting indirectly by Sporting pressing the ball from Arsenal at the back, and Arsenal eventually kicked it out. So another throwing on this near side. Arsenal take it, and a challenge on the ball sees a free kick for Sporting. Now Sporting work the ball out to that far side. Now looking for an opportunity to get across, but pressure and compact defending from Arsenal makes life difficult for Sporting to find that gap. And now Sporting have won it back again from Arsenal. But Arsenal win it back again, and now Arsenal trying to break as they cut the ball into the middle of the park and then lose it again. And now Sporting win the ball back, and now they try to keep some possession to see if they can get some momentum going. But yeah, the ball just exchanged between the two teams about 5 times in a matter of about a minute. So yeah, Sporting now just knocking the ball out to the far side. So Sporting with the possession, not finding much space to break through that defensive formation from Arsenal as Lisbon work the way ball out to this near side. Minnie is saying evening Tottenham fan. I think they've gone, Minnie. I think whoever it was that account has just dropped in and dropped straight back out again, which I don't understand that. If you're going to come in the chat, come in and talk a little bit. But some fans just like to say hi and go. So fair enough. Um, so St. Gilos have just scored a second goal against Union Berlin. So apparently that's a Belgian team, not a team that I'm familiar with, but they're making a bit of history tonight in the Europa League. Arsenal now with possession on the edge of the box as they switch the ball out to this near side and now break into the box, but eventually they knock the ball behind and it goes out for a throw in. For a goal kick to Sporting Lisbon. So yeah, thanks for that, Minnie. But I appreciate you guys. Always appreciate you guys welcoming new fans. But unfortunately, sometimes they just drop in and drop out again. So yeah, apologies, Minnie. But thank you very much for the positivity, mate. Always appreciated. Minnie saying West Ham winning 3-0. Okay, thanks, Minnie. Is that 3-0? I know I checked it before. Is that 3-0 on aggregate, or is that 3-0 on the night? Have they scored more goals? Yep. So yeah. Minute keeping us well bang up to date there with West Ham 3-0 up now. So that's 5-0 on aggregate for West Ham. Arsenal now coming into the box, and Lisbon managing to keep possession or win the possession back, should I say. The goalkeeper now in possession. So Lisbon clearing the ball up the field, up towards the halfway line, and now Arsenal win it back again. Now they knock it down as they Lisbon now win the ball back. Long field ball up the pass. Oh, what a goal! What a goal from Lisbon! From about the halfway line, he just took a. It's just seen that the goalkeeper, Arsenal goalkeeper, off his line, and decided to just take a shot, and it's gone in the back of the net from about halfway, the halfway line. Arsenal players, Arsenal fans, looking absolutely stunned with that one. Unbelievable! What a goal! Well, that just proves why goalkeepers should concentrate on saving goals instead of this sweeper keeper rubbish and trying to come out of their goal to help the team. Concentrate on what you're paid to concentrate on, defending your goal. But absolutely amazing that from Sporting. Just crossed the halfway line, saw the goalkeeper off his line, and just decided to take a shot and bang, straight into the back of the net. So, yeah. Well, you can't criticise that guy. You've got to give massive respect to Sporting Lisbon there for their tenacity, and Arsenal. Well, like I say, the goalkeeper running back is his own fault. This is why I keep saying, for me, goalkeepers trying to come out of their box is just stupidity, because that's what can happen. The goalkeeper there coming out of his box, staying too further up the field, and it's cost his team. Shocking goal to concede for Arsenal from Arsenal's point of view, but brilliant from Sporting Lisbon. You've got to give them 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10 for their awareness and tenacity. And now Sporting trying to break again on Arsenal, but Arsenal managing to win it back on that far side. But a misplaced pass and then knocked it out for a corner. So that they've rattled Arsenal, have been rattled here with this goal from Sporting Lisbon. Are they going to mess this up? Arsenal there with possession comfortably on that far side. Yes, it was deep, but it was comfortable. And they've kicked it out. They've passed it back. Too much pace on the ball. And the ball has gone out behind for a goal. For a corner to Sporting Lisbon. So Arsenal creating their own downfall and their own problems right now at the moment. So yeah, thanks for that, Mini. Joey's saying, sorry guys, I'm back. Just had a power cut. No worries, Joey. No worries. Thanks for coming, getting back involved, mate. Appreciate that, and hopefully it's not affected anything serious. The power cut for you, mate. 64 minutes gone, guys, and Sporting with the corner into the box towards the near post, and it's headed on, but goes over the bar, and Arsenal lucky to see out the danger there. But yeah, what a goal there from Sporting Lisbon. Unbelievable. So substitution here for Arsenal. Party coming on. I'm not sure who actually came off there, but Saka's also come on. So 65 minutes gone, guys, and Saka coming on, and Sporting now definitely with the team with the ascendancy as they move the ball forward on that far side. Now cut it back into the middle of the park and managed to get a shot off, but it's deflected away and goes behind for another corner to Sporting. Minute is saying, put 50p in your meter, Joey. Yeah. Oh, that brings back memories. That's a long time back now, isn't it? Flipping it, put 50p in the meter. That's like me and Joey last night talking about Bill and Ted. Bill and Ted's excellent adventure and bogus journey. And now Minnie comes out with another classic, 50p in the meter. That's quality. So we're waiting for this corner from Sporting. Referee's blown his whistle. He's pausing it for something, so I don't know what's going on. He's having a word with the Arsenal player, Martinelli. I'm not sure what that was all about, but now comes the corner towards the near post, and it's cleared away by Arsenal, but only as far as the edge of the box. Sporting pick it up and knock it back into the mix again, and now it's bobbling about in there. Arsenal managed to clear it just outside the box, but Sporting pick it up again and now knock it towards the halfway line, and now all the way back to their goalkeeper. As Sporting tried to keep the possession, but not sure that was the wisest idea to pass it all the way back to the goalkeeper, but they've done that, and that's given Arsenal the chance to relieve the pressure on their own goal. As now Sporting play it up the field and lose it to Arsenal. Arsenal knock it all the way back to their goalkeeper, who will now try to get them moving forward. Long ball down the field out to this near side, and it's Lisbon that eventually win it. They knock it back up the other end, and it goes straight back to the Arsenal goalkeeper. So yeah, I like that minute. That's quality. Joey's saying, laugh out loud. Don't think 50p would even brew the kettle. Laugh out loud. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, you might just have enough power to flick the switch, mate. With the prices of how much we're being ripped off by these gas and electric companies these days, making well, don't even get me started. I'm going to leave it there because I will start ranting about it. But it's fair to say that these electric power companies and gas companies are just completely ripping us off for natural resources like they own the planet. When did they ever own the planet? It's meant to belong to all of us, but they're charging us excessive amounts of money for natural resources. And maybe we should start charging them for the fact that they're earning that revenue off British taxpayers' land. Because where does electric come from? It comes from them making all these power stations on British territory. So maybe we should be stinging them for their rent of their buildings and infrastructure, the way they're stinging us. Absolute disgraceful. Don't even get me started on it, guys. Companies that sell natural resources and rip us off for it are the scum of the earth. They absolutely are the scum of the earth. They should not be allowed to even be part of the business world when they're making obscene amounts of money off what is supposed to belong to all of us, guys. It's natural resources. It's supposed to belong to all of us, not to a select monopoly. But we'll leave it at that. Arsenal now with possession. But pressure coming from Sporting all the way as we approach the 70 minutes. So only 20 minutes remaining for Arsenal to find a winner in this. Otherwise, we are going to extra time. And I hope that's not the case because I'm getting pretty hungry. Arsenal now with the possession as Sporting close the spaces. And Arsenal now running the ball down this near side. But under pressure from Sporting all the way as they cut it back into the centre of the park. And now Arsenal move the ball about and eventually move it out to that far side, looking for the opportunity to get across. Cross comes in. It's headed away by Sporting. But Arsenal pick it up and then lose it to Sporting on the edge of the box. And now the referee has blown the whistle for a free kick to Sporting. And I think it was Saka with the challenge there. Is it? Is it? Well, it's not. No, it's not. Sorry, apologies. But one of the Arsenal players has been booked here. So it's holding. Sorry, guys, holding into the referee's book with a yellow card for that challenge. So free kick for Sporting holding uh, holdings into the yellow card into the referee's book for with a yellow card, and now Sporting breaking quickly. Now Sporting into the box, shot comes in, and good save there by the goalkeeper. If he hadn't got something on that, that would have been a goal. And he's just kept Arsenal in the tie, and now the goalkeeper down on the pitch on the floor with an injury. Let's fingers crossed he's going to be okay. But Sporting looking to catch Arsenal out here, breaking quickly on them. So yeah, that's very true, Joey. I don't like I said, I don't even think you get the power to switch it on, would you? Joey's saying I was searching for candles, just found them, then it came back on. Um, all right. Yeah, you need the candles handy, mate, in a good place when the power goes out. So, yeah, I know what you mean. I've been in that position. So, yeah, thanks, Joey. Luckily, you're not out of power for too long, mate. So that's good. Um, it's happening more and more, the power cuts, though, isn't it, guys? Minimo saying, I've had lots of power cuts this winter, Joey. It's so annoying. Yeah, we've had a few here in the Greater Manchester area as well. There's been quite a few here this year and last year as well. So luckily, um, it's not affected us doing any live streams yet, but I'm sure there may be at some point in the future it might just go out when we're in the middle of a live stream. So heads up, guys, just remember that if it ever does just die randomly for no reason, it could be a power cut because they are becoming more common. You never used to have hardly any power cuts, and all of a sudden we're having loads. Um, but if you've noticed, guys, when you get a power cut, your meter don't stop turning. It still keeps charging you. I've noticed that it still keeps charging you if you've got a meter. So yeah, you're only 1 minute. We've been having them down here as well in the northwest of England area. So yeah, um, you're not alone, mate. Joey is saying, yeah, I bet Mini. Suppose weather doesn't help up there. Yeah, that's probably a factor in it as well, maybe. But I don't know, I don't know if the weather is a factor, to be fair, because I think the electric power companies were warning a couple of years ago that there were going to be more power cuts. And I think we've been having them right across the UK, to be honest. Um, do you know what I think they're doing? Because they're trying to charge all these cars now. I don't know if you guys are know it. All these electric cars are going on the road. It's been well documented. There isn't enough power to power them. That's why they're turning the power off sometimes. So if you don't get power on your house, no, don't think it's just because of a power cut or because of the weather. It's being turned off deliberately by the power companies so that somebody somewhere can charge their car because there isn't enough power in the national grid to power everything. So they're turning off certain sections of it so that people can charge their cars. How is that going to work in the future when we've got even more electric cars on the road? This is the stupidity of the people in charge of the world, in charge of our country, and they like to look down their nose at us like we're stupid. Hey, let's just avoid that one anyway. Don't want to get into the politics because I'll not shut up. I've got plenty to rant and rave about them Muppets right now, but I won't. Minnie is saying, Joey, watching last night's Liverpool highlights, what you thinking? So Sporting now with the possession uh, as Arsenal trying to claim a foul in the middle of the park. I'm not sure I actually missed that. Sorry, I was reading the comment. Apologies, guys. But yeah, Arsenal player there being knocked to the ground with being clattered into the back of from a Sporting Lisbon player. But he's back on his feet now. I think he just took a bit of a clatter into the head. So are we going to see a winner in the normal time, guys? 3-3 on aggregate, 1-1 on the night. So Sporting now looking to build again from the back as they move the ball out to that far side, and now a long work ball up towards the halfway line, and it's intercepted by Arsenal and knocked out for a throw in just inside the Lisbon half of the field. So Lisbon now take the throw in and knock it back towards the goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper with a long ball up the field, and it's Lisbon now that pick it up, and they move forward now down this near side, threatening Arsenal goal again on the edge of the box now. Attempted cross, but it's blocked by Arsenal. But Lisbon pick it up again and now get another cross in, but it's straight into the goalkeeper's hands, who takes stops that momentum for Sporting. And so just to let you guys know, Leverkusen have just scored another goal in the other game. So Leverkusen winning, I think it's 4-0 on aggregate now for them. So Leverkusen going through to the next round quite comfortably tonight. Let's quickly see how West Ham are getting on, because we don't seem to be getting updates on the Europa Conference League so far. So West Ham now 4-0 up on the night, 6-0 on aggregate. So West Ham going through to the next round of the UEFA Conference League, comfortably winning 6-0 on aggregate. So no trouble for them tonight. Just to let you guys know also, if you're interested, Anderlecht winning against Villarreal. And that's in the Conference League as well. That's currently 1-0 to Anderlecht, 2-1 to Anderlecht on aggregate. In the other game, Nice winning 3-1 against Sheriff. That's 4-1 on aggregate. AZ Alkmaar winning 2-1 against Lazio. That's 4-2 on aggregate. The earlier kickoffs in the Europa Conference League was Slovak Bratislavovic 2, FC Basel 2. That finished 4-4 on aggregate, and it's Basel gone through 4-1 on penalties. We're having just come back to that in a minute, guys. We're just about to have a free kick for Arsenal on the about 30 yards out as the referee balls for Arsenal to take this free kick. Shot comes in, and it's towards goal, but the goalkeeper went the right way and knocked it away on this near side, and it's rolled out for a throw-in, I think. So, yeah, just quickly back to the results, guys. Sevastopol 1, Fiorentina 4, and Fiorentina winning that 5-1 on aggregate. That's a full-time result. And Djurgårdens EF 0, Lecter Poznan 3-0 winners of that, winning 5-0 on aggregate. Apologies, I can't pronounce that name very well. Back to the Europa League, is currently Union San Gilesia 2-0 up against Union Berlin, and they're winning 5-3 on aggregate. They're making some history tonight, apparently. The furthest they've gone in this competition tonight, qualifying for the next stage. In the other games still playing, it's currently Real Sociedad 0, Roma 0. Roma winning that 2-0 on aggregate. 76 minutes gone in that game. Fener, what's Fren Karovci TC 0. Bayer Leverkusen Chelsea. Bayer Leverkusen winning 4-0 on aggregate, as I just told you. Obviously, Arsenal 1-1 here with Sporting in the earlier kickoffs that have finished full time now. SC Freiburg 0, Juventus 2. Juventus going through the next round 3-0 on aggregate. Obviously, United won tonight 1-0. They go through 5-1 on aggregate against Real Betis. Feyenoord won 7-1 against Shakhtar Donetsk. They go through 8-2 winners on aggregate. And finally, Fenerbahce won 1-0 against Seville, but Seville held on with the aggregate lead of a 2-1 win. So there you go, guys. That brings you bang up to date with what's going on in all the other European games so far. And Arsenal just creating some pressure on the Sporting goal, and the ball has gone out behind for a goal kick. For a corner to Arsenal on this near side. 81 minutes gone, guys, and it's still all square. 1-1, 3-3 on aggregate. Come on, we need a goal. Really don't want this to go to extra time if I can help it, but it's looking like it might be doing. So Arsenal with the corner. It's deep towards the back post, and eventually it takes a deflection and goes out, and that'll be a goal kick to Lisbon. So Arsenal's state of the art stadium, the roof is leaking. So there you go, guys. There's a bit of different information for you. There's a big patch in the stand of the Arsenal end, with a big patch of seats where fans are not standing because the roof's leaking. It's absolutely piling rain down into the stand where the fans are standing. So some of the fans won't be needing a shower when they get home. So how's about that, guys? How long has it been built, Arsenal Stadium? It's not been that long. It's not that old, and already it's got leaks in it. What does that say about the construction of the Arsenal's Emirates Stadium? Doesn't bode well for the company that constructed that stadium, does it? That there's leaks in the roof already. So Lisbon now have won a corner down the other end of the field on the far side, right in front of their own fans. 83 minutes gone, guys. And Sporting to take the corner. Corner comes in, headed away by Arsenal at the near post. But Sporting pick it up on the outside and knock it back to the goalkeeper who's come way out of his box. He kicks it long up the field, up towards the forward players for Lisbon. Lisbon eventually lose it. Now Arsenal intercept, and they try to get the ball moving forward up the pitch to threaten Lisbon's goal. Now when they move the ball out to this near side, as they come forward on the edge of the box, cut back inside to the edge of the box. Now Arsenal probing that defence, but Lisbon have managed to get themselves back into an organised formation and keeping it quite compact to make it difficult for Arsenal. But Arsenal got in behind here, and a shot, cross comes in, shot at goal, but took a deflection. There was claims for a penalty, but I think the offside flag has gone up, so any claims to a penalty will be dismissed by the offside flag. Yeah, definitely clearly offside that. But yeah, Arsenal can't claim for a penalty when there was offside in the first place. So we're going to have a goal kick for Sporting. 5 minutes remaining, guys. Sorry, Joey. Joey's saying, Joey watching last. All right, sorry, Mini Mo going asking about the highlights for Liverpool. Thanks for that, Mini. Joey's saying we were poor, mate. Didn't think we would turn it around. Yeah, I was disappointed with Liverpool last night, to be fair. Joey's saying, think some players were really trying. Yeah, there were players trying, definitely no question trying, but as a team performance, it was disappointing. There was definitely players trying. Alexander Arnold Trent was definitely trying, but his accuracy last night with his long field passes was really, really poor. There was just I don't even remember seeing him getting one right, to be honest. But you couldn't knock him, like Joey's saying, you couldn't knock him for his effort. He was trying. It just wasn't going for any of them last night. Joey's saying good for West Ham. Absolutely, mate. Yep. Hopefully they keep doing well and progressing in the competition. Minnie is saying who you got this weekend, Joey. Good question, Minnie. Joey's saying was meant to be Fulham, but It's postponed. Then got City away on the 1st of April. Why has it been postponed, Joey? Didn't know about that, mate. Minimo saying City away. Yeah, that'll be a trickier one, won't it? Millsard saying exhibit delicate, dedicating his goal to his daughter, who did his celebration straight back when she was in on TV. All right, cool. Thanks for that, Millsard. That interesting bit of info there, mate, that some of you guys in the chat might be interested in. So thanks for that, Millsard. And now Arsenal on the attack with possession on the edge of the box. As Lisbon managed to regain possession, and now they bring the ball out from their own half, and Arsenal win it back with a challenge, but the referee has deemed that a foul, and Lisbon will now build again from the back. Looking like it's going to extra time, this guy's gutted. I was hoping this was going to be decided. I've got work tomorrow. Well, I can't moan. We had a good week last week with the streams. This week it's been a battle. So you take the good with the smooth, not to worry. The ball knocked out to that far side for Lisbon as they bring the ball forward. And now they're in possession on the halfway line as they cut it back. Now move the ball down this near side. So now Lisbon just moving it forward as they switch the play out to that far side, but forced to come back again under pressure from Arsenal. Looks like Lisbon just happy to keep the possession, and now they break into the box, but it's cut out by Arsenal as Lisbon win it back again midway inside the Arsenal half of the pitch. And Lisbon just keeping possession as they knock it back towards the halfway line to avoid losing it to Arsenal. And now a long cross forward up into the box, but it's knocked away by Arsenal out to that far side, and it'll be a throw into Lisbon about a yard or two from the corner flag. And Lisbon now about to make a change. So I think it's Paulinho coming off for Sporting. Yep, Paulinho coming off. And it's Youssef Cherimit coming on. And now Sporting build again from that corner, but they're forced to pass it all the way back towards the halfway line and then back to their goalkeeper under pressure from Arsenal. Arsenal eager to get the ball back so they can try and have another opportunity on goal before the end of this second half. And now Sporting win the ball back as they knock it out to that far side and come forward again now, but it's cut out by Arsenal, and now Arsenal trying to get the going, but lose it again to Sporting. 4 minutes added on time, guys. Will we see a winner in this 4 minutes? Sporting now with the possession on this near side, but yet again forced to come back to go forward. And now into the box, shot comes in just on the edge of the box, but it's high and wide and over the bar. So Sporting there trying to do another smash and grab. So yeah, thanks for that, Millsard. And Minimo saying, is it extra time if it stays at this? Yeah, I think so. Oh, I don't know actually. Don't know. Will No, it might no, it might be Arsenal that would win it, couldn't it? Because no, because yeah, it would. It would. Yeah, sorry, it'd be extra time, wouldn't it? Because they've scrapped the away goals rule now, haven't they? So yeah, I think it goes to extra time because the away goals rule doesn't count. But if we still had the away goals rule, then technically Arsenal should go through for two, scoring two away goals. So yeah, but no, I think they've scrapped the away goals rule now, so I think it does go to extra time, mini. So yeah, unfortunately, I would prefer it's not. Like I said, I've not had nothing to eat yet, and I've got work tomorrow as well, so I really could do without this going to extra time, but not to worry. It's just the way it's going for me at the minute. As Arsenal win the possession back, now move the ball down this near side. Just 2 minutes of the added on time gone. And Lisbon challenge and a corner awarded to Arsenal on this near side. Now, Arsenal need to get this delivery right if they want to try and snatch this result before it goes to extra time. So now the corner comes in right into the mix of the box and it's knocked away. But now the referee has blown for something he's seen in the box. Well, that was to be expected, wasn't it? So there you go, guys. It's looking like we are going to extra time. Unfortunately, I'm gutted. Um, Joey's saying yes, City away. I wonder who you be rooting for that day. Laugh out loud. I know, yeah, that's a tough game for Liverpool, especially with the form that you guys are in at the minute, Joey. Millsard saying yep. Um, thanks for that, mate. And Minimo saying I'm saying nothing, Joey. All out on this near side for a throw into Sporting. Millsard saying Sterling did not get picked for England, surprisingly. Right, that's interesting. That's interesting, mate. Thanks for that, Millsard. Didn't know that. Like I said, I'll try and have a look at the England team news later on. Minnie, any interesting news from the Scottish team news for the Scottish national team? Let us know if you are still there, Minnie. I'd be interested to know your thoughts on it. Or are you actually even interested in international football? So, so there you go, guys. It's finished. Uh, it's finished 3-3. So it's gone to extra time. Millsard saying, "I'll hide behind a seat at Watford v Wigan at Vicarage Road." Um, well, like I say, mate, I'll have to. Yeah, that'll be a tough game going to Watford. Definitely a tough game going to Watford. But no, stand proud, mate. Stand proud, mate, and hopefully your team. I think we're going to do better when they're expected to get nothing. I think that's the way they've been playing this season. I might be wrong, but I know the games I've seen. I think it's when they're expected to get nothing out of it. They've got some. They've got some. And when they're not expected to get, when they are expected, that's when they've let themselves down. Minnie Mo saying, "I'm surprised." Tony and Walker got picked, to be honest. Thanks, Minnie. All right, so I think Minnie is talking about the England team there, I think. So yeah, thanks for that, Minnie. I don't know, guys. I've not looked at the international team news, so I'll have to check it out later. I'm not a big fan of international breaks. I don't like the disruption to the club football. I think that if we're going to have international breaks, it should all be compacted into just 1 month instead of keep disturbing the season of club football for me. But that's just my personal opinion. But But yeah, thanks for that minute. And Aaron is saying hi, mate. How's it going, Aaron? Keen, welcome to the show, mate. Great to see you. And Aaron is saying 1-0 Arsenal. I said, oh, it's gone to the. It's done it again. And what is with these comments, man? He's done this to me several times tonight now. Um, Middlesord saying in it. Joey saying laugh out loud minute. Obviously, I found where I was. Sorry about that, guys. This stupid chat thing does it to me. Um, Millsord saying both good, but what they have been doing, I wouldn't pick them. Mini. Obviously, yeah, you guys talking about the international teams. Joey is saying Liverpool postponed because Fulham progressed in FA Cup, so they are playing Man United, I think. Right, that makes sense. Right, cheers, Joey. Appreciate that, mate. Yep, that makes a lot of sense. Millsord saying, yeah. Um, so, guys, we obviously I weren't expecting it to go half time, so you just have to bear with me a second. I'll be back in a moment. Just need to quickly nip to the toilet for a pee. So I'll be back in a second, guys. Sorry about that, guys. I did take a toilet break between the two games because obviously we did the Man United earlier kickoff. So I wasn't expecting this to go to extra time. So just needed a quick toilet break there. So sorry about that, guys. The extra time has restarted. Um, Arsenal just had an opportunity there, and we're about to see a substitution for Sporting. I think it's a double substitution as well. Obviously there might be having a few players with fatigue. So let's go back to the comments. Sorry about that, guys. Like I say, sorry, Minute. Minnie's saying playing for your country is meant to be the biggest honour. I agree. I agree, mate. I do agree. But like I say, I'm older. I'm older. I've watched a lot of international football, and I do like seeing obviously England, Scotland, and Wales playing when they do. I just don't like the interruptions into the club season, mate. I don't. You know. I don't. I'm sure you've seen plenty of England. I know you're Scottish, and you're obviously a big, proud Scottish fan. But I'm sure you understand what I mean with England. The games in the international breaks are just, when you're playing clubs like, well, not clubs, sorry, national teams like Cyprus and Gibraltar and nations like this. The games are just so predictable and just not very entertaining, mate. Yeah, but I agree. I do agree. For players, at least, it should be a massive honour to play for your country. Um, and like I said, I like the international football when it comes to World Cups and Euros and stuff. Just don't. I'm not a big fan of the international breaks in the middle of the season. That's all. Minnie's saying, "Come on, Fulham, this weekend." Right, fair enough. Minute. Who were Fulham? Obviously, where are we? Um, yeah, it's so I'm just looking who Fulham are playing this weekend. Against Man United on Sunday. Right. So Minnie wanted to see an upset there in the Premier League as Sporting just had an opportunity and it's gone out for what should have been a corner, but I don't think the referee has given it that way. So that's why the Sporting players protesting that. Um, yeah. Joey saying meant to be Mini. Uh, So many obviously interested in this weekend's games in the Premier League, particularly with Fulham and United. And many saying, I'm off work this week, so no early nights for me. Oh, that's good. Hopefully, yeah, enjoying the break, minute. Make the most of it, mate. You work hard, so enjoy the break while you've got it, mate. Absolutely. And Joey's saying, cool. Always nice to get a time off work. Agree, defo, late nights, laugh out loud. Yeah, I know what you do. I know what you mean. I work a lot of nights doing the fan then and working through the day, but my missus also works nights as well. So I know how it can get you drained and tired when you're doing a lot of night work. So yeah, you have my sympathy there, mate. Um, Millsard saying, minute, you mean come on, United. And Minnie Mo saying, what happened to Gaz? Just went to get a cuppa. I just nipped to the toilet, mate. Just nipped to the toilet. We've done two games. We've done the United game earlier, which was a 5:45 kickoff, and then jumped straight on this. And I didn't take a toilet break between the two games, not expecting to have extra time tonight. So I thought I'd be able to go the full two games, but like I said, I weren't expecting the extra time, mate. So my apologies. I only nipped off for a minute or two just to nip to the toilet. So yeah, apologies for that, mate. Millsard saying we've got 20% win, 20% draw, and 60% loss against Watford. Well, hopefully you can improve them stats this weekend, mate. Stats are great; they always give you a good idea what's of the momentum. But don't necessarily give you an accurate. Well, sorry, stats are good, but that's a good way to change stats is to look at stats and see how you can improve them. So yeah, Stevie's saying he'd be back in a minute, guys. Yeah, sorry, like I say, apologies for that, guys. I don't leave the camera very often when I'm live, but like I said, I just got caught out a bit tonight. Didn't expect this one to go to extra time. I thought Arsenal at home would be just too strong for Lisbon, if I'm honest. But credit to Lisbon, they've come, they've matched Arsenal's desire and commitment, and with that fantastic goal they scored, they found themselves leveling the score, and we have extra time here. So Arsenal just had a good opportunity. It ricocheted off the post, and now Arsenal with a throw in on the far side as they look to try and find a winning goal. But they knocked the ball up the field under pressure from Lisbon on that far side, and it's a misplaced pass and ends up going behind for another throw in, roughly in line with the halfway line. So yeah, thanks for that, Stevie. Minimo saying Millsard, I'll cheer Wigan, but not United. Sorry. That's fair enough. Fair enough. Minimo says thought Allen's had abducted. Oh, aliens had abducted gas. That's a good one. Yeah, the football aliens kidnapped me. Like that. So ball again goes out on that far side for another throw-in, except this time it's deep in the Arsenal half of the pitch. Throwing to Sporting. Thanks for that, Minnie. Millsard saying happy 1.5, other half sad. Are you talking about this game, Millsard? I presume so, mate. But yeah, it's been a game of two halves so far, hasn't it? If we're honest, Arsenal being the stronger of the two in the first half, and in the second half, Lisbon definitely come a lot more into it. So we're going to have another free kick opportunity here for Lisbon with a coming together of players. And it's a Lisbon player that seems to come the worst off for that one. And we're about to see a substitution for Arsenal, guys. So another subs coming on. And it's Odegaard coming on. Odegaard coming on for Arsenal. So yeah, thanks for that, Millsard. And Millsard also saying laugh out loud, Minnie, about the aliens. I think that was Minnie saying it should just go straight to pens. Right, interesting. You think so, mate? You think so? I don't mind. I don't mind extra time most of the time. It's just because, like I said, I've done double streams tonight. So, and obviously I've got work tomorrow as well. So I just don't want to be having too late a night. But like I say, I've started the game, so stay committed to the end. So it's just one of them. Should have really planned it better. But I did. I just genuinely thought Arsenal would be able to wrap this up in the normal time. To be honest, because they've been so strong in the Premier League. You thought they'd carry that form into into Europe, but they're obviously struggling tonight against Lisbon, or maybe that's a bit unfair to Lisbon. Lisbon matching Arsenal's desire. Yeah. But thanks for that minute. And Millzard saying, yep. So obviously Millzard also thinking that as well. So that's interesting. Millzard saying today has been crazy in Bolton today. Millsard saying in weather in Bolton today. Right, the weather. Yep, the weather has been a bit crazy around the northwest today. It was crazy last week and all with the snow, obviously all on the tops. You couldn't get from the northwest of England over to Yorkshire last week because all the motorway was blocked up with snow. So apparently people stuck up there for 6 hours up on top of the Pennines trying to get from Leeds to Manchester or the other way as well because the snow just came in so fast it completely blocked the motorway apparently. So people stranded up there for up to 6 hours or longer, which was wouldn't have been nice, would it, guys? But yeah, Bill Zard, it's been a bit of a crazy week last week and this week with the weather in the northwest of England. So yeah, and I'm sure it's just been as crazy up there in Scotland as well for you guys that live up there in Scotland. Joey's saying, what's been happening in Bolton? I think he's meaning the weather, mate. I think he's meaning the weather. Millsard saying rain, sun, rain, sun, rain, sun, rain, sun, rain, sun. Yeah, that's just normal for Bolton, mate. That's just normal. Minimo saying, do you think players that aren't playing for their clubs regular should be picked for their country? That's an interesting question, that minute. Yeah, I think they should be considered, but obviously it depends on how much the manager's going to play them. Because if they've not been playing at all, then they might not be match fit. And in the short international windows, where national teams only play two, maybe 3 games at a push, is there enough time to get that player match fit? That's the question. So, yeah, I do think that you're right. I think yes, players should be considered. But the question, like I said, that there's always going to be the question: are they match sharp enough? Because there's no point picking players, no matter how good they are, if they're not match fit. So yeah, that's. I hope that answers your question, Minute. From my point of view, Arsenal now with the possession on this near side as they under pressure from Sporting, and the ball goes out for a corner. For a throw into Arsenal. And now we're just about to have another substitution for Sporting. So come back to the chat while we wait for that to be sub to be made. Millsard saying, nah, okay, fair enough. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, mate. So, yeah, fair enough. Millsard also saying, what was Lisbon's goal like? Oh, it was amazing, mate. Absolutely amazing. Try and catch it on the highlights later. It was an absolute cracker. Don't see goals like that very often. So yeah, it was definitely worth checking out, mate. So we're about to have a corner for Arsenal on this near side, but at the minute there's a load of players in the box arguing about something. I don't know, and the referee trying to sort the situation out, pulling one of the Arsenal players to one side. He's had a word with him, but nothing, no yellow card or nothing issued. So I think it's exhibit there for Arsenal getting a bit of a lecture off the goalkeeper. So now we're about to have the corner, Saka to take it on this near side. Corner comes in right into the mix of the box, and it's headed behind goal. And I think that will relieve the pressure on Sporting's goal. Yeah, it was an Arsenal player that headed it behind, and that'll be a free kick to Sporting to restart the game as we are 1 minute added time to the extra time, the first half of extra time, and we are up with that 1 minute. So I think as soon as the goalkeeper kicks this ball into play, we're going to have the whistle blow for the half time of the extra time. Ball up the field, and there goes the whistle. So, yep. The first half of extra time over, guys. So we're about to have a second half to extra time. But yeah, check it out, Millsard. I'm sure you'll like it, mate. Joey's saying if they show potential, I think that's meant to say show potential and talent, they should get a tryout. Absolutely, Joey. I think, like I say, if the player's good enough, then get them in there. It doesn't matter whether they're playing or not. Get them in there. But like I say, the only consideration to to question that would be is the players match fit enough? Because that matters, doesn't it? It matters in intense games. But yeah, if the players got the skill set and good enough, then pick them, chuck them in there. And even if they're not match fit, you can chuck them in there. You can still pick them and chuck them in as a sub. If you're getting the game won, if you're winning 3-0 by an hour into the game, then you can you can get the opportunity to play players that not getting into the team. So yeah, thanks for that, Joey. Joey also saying it's hard in some clubs for players to get regular game time because of high-profile players. Yep, that's a fantastic point as well, Joey. Cannot argue with that one bit, mate. Spot on, spot on, mate. Yep, spot on. Well said. Couldn't have said that any better, mate. So, yeah, you have to give them players consideration for international duty when they're struggling to get in their own team, their club team, not necessarily because they're not good enough, just because, like Joey said, high-profile players in the team that it's difficult to get them out of the team for a player that's unknown. Minimo is saying Calvin Phillips has hardly played for City, but in the England squad. Well, we'll see, won't we? We'll see whether when he plays, we'll see when England play, whether that's a sensible decision from Southgate or whether he's shown favouritism. Because I've got to be honest, I'm not always impressed with Gareth Southgate's team selection. Anyway, as Arsenal just with a shot there on the edge of the box from the restart of the second half of extra time, but it's gone wide of the post. And well wide, well wide. But yep, let's see how it plays. Minute, like I say, if he's good enough, if he's good enough and he makes a job, no criticism. But if we see that he plays for England and he's not match sharp and starts games, then obviously there's going to be a lot of criticism from the fans and pundits alike, I should imagine, mate. Millsard saying, and Maguire. But Maguire has been playing, hasn't he? Because I know he played tonight for United. So I'm not sure if that one counts, mate. But thanks for that, Millsard. Minnie saying, I feel sorry for Brentford, Brighton players, etc., as they never have the chance of playing for England. Well, I think they do. I think they do, mate. I think they get that they do have the problem is that Southgate, in my opinion, Southgate has his favourites. And he always picks his favourites. So, and it's a shame because he was picked for the England number one manager's job because of his experience at youth level. But like I say, he likes to play it safe all the time and pick his favourite players. He has favourites and he picks them all the time, and it means that that makes it even harder, like you say, for players like Brighton players and Wolverhampton players and any players in other teams that are not as fashionable to get into the team. So I do agree with you, Minnie. There is something needs to be done about that. All players should be equally given a chance, no matter what club they play for. So I agree with you there, mate. Millsard saying in it. So Millsard even agreeing with that as well. Millsard saying at school my kits flew off what I made in art. Okay, mate. So you've been making football kits in art. Is that what you're saying? That's interesting. I like the sound of that. And Millsard also saying Maguire and Ivan Toney used to play for Wigan. Fun fact, if you didn't know or did not know that. So yeah, thank you very much for that, Millsard. As I say, always great to hear you guys sharing info. So that we all benefit from each other's knowledge and acquire more footy knowledge because there's just so much football goes on. There's too much for us all to know everything in there. So when we share bits of information like that, we all learn a bit more. So yeah, nice one, Millsard, top man. And Minnie saying, I did not know that, Millsard. Nice one. Well, obviously, Minnie, you do now, and obviously, Minnie's also shared some great bits of footy knowledge with us as well. So love that. How we all help each other learn more about football. So yeah, thanks for that, Minnie, and also Millsard. Yeah, appreciated, mate. Millsrod saying, learn new things every day. Learn new things every day. Absolutely. Yep, totally agree with that, mate. And Millsrod saying, Wigan was meant to be Wigan. Wigan is Wigan, mate. I don't follow that. If you could, I'm not sure if I'm misunderstanding that, mate. So apologies if I am. My apologies. But yeah, I'm not quite understanding that one, mate. Arsenal now in the possession on this near side as they try to work some space to attack the Sporting goal as they move the ball out to that far side under pressure from Sporting, and now cut through the defence and a cross shot crossed into the box, but it's intercepted quite easily by the Sporting keeper. He tries to get Sporting going again, but Arsenal win back possession, and now Arsenal pressing forward on the edge of the Sporting box, and another ball into the box, but comfortable save again for the Sporting keeper. So yeah, Sporting Lisbon now ready to kick the ball up the field to get the game going again from the goalkeeper. Long ball up to deep into Arsenal's half, but Arsenal managed to pick it up again, and now they knock the ball out to that far side as a challenge comes in from Sporting and a free kick awarded for Arsenal. Um, about 10 yards inside Sporting's half of the pitch. So hopefully Arsenal can find a winner. Joey's saying, cool, clear. Cheers for that, Millsard. Didn't know that. Awesome. Great to see you guys sharing footy knowledge with each other. That's awesome. And Millsard saying, and Bobby Charlton used to manage Wigan. Type his Wikipedia up. Um, I think I have heard that before. I heard something about that before. So yeah, but I didn't know it. I didn't know a lot about it, but I'm sure I'd heard that mentioned before, Millsall. But yeah, thanks for that, mate. Like I say, I'll have to maybe try and type that up. You guys have given me a few things to remember tonight. I'll probably forget that by the time I come off because it's been a long night tonight. Arsenal now in possession on that far side, probing the Lisbon defence, but Lisbon keeping it tight and giving Arsenal next to nothing in space as they win it back on that far side, deep inside their own half, and now try to work their way out of that pocket. But as they kick the ball up the field, Sporting do manage to keep it initially, but then eventually Arsenal managed to win it back in the middle of the park before losing it again. And now Sporting with the ball knocked out to this near side now as they try to move the ball up the field, but constantly feeling the pressure from Arsenal's press as a foul is awarded to Sporting. About 10 yards inside their own half of the pitch. So now the ball knocked forward for Sporting, and Arsenal managed to win it back. And now they come again down that far side, but the ball eventually challenged and knocked out for a throw in. And we've got a couple of players down on the pitch at the minute. I think cramp issues, stuff like that. So hopefully those players will be back to their feet. Millsard also saying when I doing why Cardiff and Swansea play in English, England short, like you said 2 weeks ago. Um, No, I said I'd look it up, mate. I said I'd look it up, and to be honest, it's just slipped my mind because it's been my birthday week and other stuff I've had going on. I've been in the middle of helping doing quite a few house removals because that's what I do for a living. So it just slipped my mind, but yeah, I'll try to. In fact, I'll make a note of it now so I don't forget. So yeah, I've made a note of it. But we did cover that. We did talk about that. I think somebody said that it was because Swansea and Cardiff were formed before the Welsh League was formed. So I will. I've made a note of it now. I'll try to remember it to check that out and find out why. But yeah, just get busy with work sometimes, guys. Like I say, as you know, I'm eager to get the channel moving on so I can do this as a full-time job because it's just trying to do fandom and my normal job. It's just so much. It's just so much. It really is a lot of work. And I'm just finding myself absolutely shattered out by the end of the day, most days. So apologies if I've said I'll look up things and just it slipped my mind. That's not my intention. But like I say, in the future, fandom hopefully will become my full time job, and then I will be able to give it my full focus. But at the minute, like I say, I'm sure you guys that work understand what I mean. When you go out work full time all day, then come home and try and doing something like this, you got to think I've spent the best of my energy through the day working. So I'm sometimes coming home and doing the match watch alongs, and I'm on kind of you know, reserve energy or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, but I'll get better. Like I say, guys, this is why I'm teaching myself to get better. You guys, some of you guys have said you feel I'm already getting better, but obviously you got to think I'm coming on here a lot of the time after a day at work and then just feeling so tired that I can't tell half the time whether I'm getting better or not, just through feeling so shattered. So yeah, thanks for reminding me of that, Milzard. I will definitely try to remember to check it out. I made a note of it. But like I say, just apologies. All I can do is apologise. I tried to cover as much as possible, but like I say, just so much to do each day at the moment. But in my life, it's just absolutely crazy. Minimo is saying, "Is it a pen? Is it pens yet?" No, it's not, mate. We're still playing. Um, Still playing as 116 minutes gone, and we're about to have a free kick for Arsenal for a foul outside the box. I think it's about 30 yards away from the goal. So we've got about 4 minutes remaining of this half, guys, and then a little bit of added on time, and then it'll go to penalties. Cross comes in from the free kick, and it's headed towards goal, but the goalkeeper manages to make a good save, and he managed to knock it away, and it's gone over the bar. So now corner for Arsenal on this near side. Corner comes in, it's deep. Towards the back post, headed towards goal. And I don't know if the goalkeeper got a hand to that or something, but it came back out. And now Sporting trying to break up the other end of the pitch as they race up towards in deep into the Arsenal half. But Arsenal managed to win it back. Oh, what a crunching challenge that is! But Arsenal still managing to keep possession, and yet again another crunching challenge. And referee now going back. Oh, red card. Oh, we've got a red card situation going on here. Um, so just bear with me a second, guys. We had a succession of challenges there with Arsenal winning the ball back. Um, I think it was Saka there that's yeah, Saka's come inside and Sporting players just come sliding into him recklessly, and he's received the second yellow, which is resulted in a red card. And he's got nothing to complain about with a challenge like that. He come crunching in with no regard for injuring the players, and he deserves to see the red. To be fair, don't get me wrong, we want to see good challenges. We want to see players not afraid to challenge, but that was dangerous. He just come literally racing over and just literally sliding, challenging. When you slide in like that, you're going to have no control over it. You're going to have absolutely no control over it. Um, so, Sporting now feeling the need to make changes as they've just lost a man. So it's Tan Longo coming on for Sporting. Apologies, I missed the play going off there. But now we've got a free kick for Arsenal. Um, as they take this now, and it's crossed into the box. Oh, what was that? A poor free kick opportunity there from Arsenal. Way too much on it, and it's gone past over everybody and ends up going out behind for a goal kick. So really wasted opportunity there for Arsenal. Completely misjudged how he's kicked that, and it's just too much power on it, and it's a wasted opportunity. Millsard saying, "Dunno, no, it's not penalties just yet." So thanks, guys. Millsard saying, "Are you ever doing score predictions for this week, for the weekend, like Prem Championship?" Uh, as I've just told you, Millsard, I'm trying to take it one step at a time, mate. I'm working so late, literally so late. I walked in from work tonight, and I had literally 15 minutes between walking in from work and jumping on a live stream. How am I meant to prepare for stuff like that when I'm doing so much live streams? I'm trying to keep the momentum going, mate. So I will get to other stuff, but unfortunately, all I can ask for you guys is just to show a little bit of patience while we keep pushing forward with the channel. I'm trying to do more as much as I possibly can, but there just isn't enough hours in the day, guys, to do as much as I want to do. That's why I'm trying to get this channel pushing forward, so that then maybe in the future I can do it full time, and that would make things so much easier for me working on other ideas. But like I say, when I'm working all day and then come home, there just isn't enough time to do match watch alongs and all the social media stuff, as well as trying to design new shows, which I've got loads of ideas for new shows, but they take so much time to make and to prepare and research and things like that. So I'm trying to maximize the time that I've got available at the minute, which is why I'm doing a lot of match watch alongs. But trust me, guys, I've got some great ideas for the future of the channel. Just unfortunately, I just have to ask you to be patient for now, because like I say, I've just got too much going on every day at the moment to do much more. Minnie is saying Wigan 1, Watford 1. Oh, that's a good prediction. All right. Sorry, Minnie. Sorry, Millsard. I'm presuming you wanted to talk about predictions from this weekend now. So there goes the full-time whistle, guys. We're going to have penalties. So it is going to be decided on penalties. So if Arsenal go out, they're going to be gutted now through not getting the game won in the time that they had to win it. But yeah, we're going to see penalties decide this one now. So yeah, Millsard, apologies if I misunderstood your question there, mate. But yeah, you guys are welcome to give predictions for the weekend if you wish. Joey's saying he said he will work on predictions league maybe next season. Yes, I did say that, mate. I did say that. Thanks, Joey. Appreciate you remembering that, mate. Like I said, so you guys use this season for practice. But I'm actually currently working on another idea that you guys will hopefully like. I am working on it. But like I say, I've only got so much free time. Literally every moment of my free time at the minute is taken over by Fandom. And I have to try and find a little bit of free time to spend with my lovely missus, who is so supportive of this project, and yet she has no interest whatsoever for football, but she's supportive for me, and I have to show that consideration back to make a bit of time available to spend with her for some fantastic support. But thank you very much for that, Joe. I appreciate you remembering. Minnie Mo is saying, I predict Hibs will get beat. Well, I can understand that, Minnie. But I hope you guys I'd love to see you guys cause an upset up there in Scotland, to be fair. But difficult ask against Celtic this weekend. Millsard saying Wigan ? Wigan 7-0 Watford. All right. Well, that'd be fantastic if you guys did get that kind of result, mate. But I think a more realistic score prediction is more suitable, mate. Joey's saying no point starting it nearly end of the season. Yeah, that's true. But like I said, I've got another idea that I am trying to work on at the minute. But I'm having to do it in stages because, like I say, I haven't got a lot of free time because most of my free time is taken up either doing match watch alongs or preparing for match watch alongs. So yeah, but guys, like I say, some good stuff. I've got great ideas. It's just going to take time. There's a saying: Rome wasn't built in a day. So please just bear with me, guys. I've got some fantastic ideas for the future of Fandom. But like I say, There's only so much I can do when I'm working on my own. Um, so yeah, thanks for that, Joey. Millsard saying red card. Yeah, obviously reacting to that before. Minnie saying who sent off? It was Lisbon player. I forget what his name was, to be honest, mate. Um, Millsard saying Manuel Ergut. Thanks for that, Millsard. It's interesting to see um, players in Europe better than me. I'm not great with players' names, so definitely not in Europe. Joey saying Gaz only does predictions on the day of the game. Yeah, at the minute we just do the predictions on the day of the game. But like I say, I've got something coming up, guys, soon that I'm working on. A little bit of a thank you for you guys and your fantastic support. It's I'm hoping you're going to like it. I don't want to tell you what it is because it's going to be a nice surprise, but you're going to like it. Hopefully, I was going to try it as a separate show, but I've decided it would actually work better to do it a little bit in each match watch along to make the match watch alongs that little bit more enjoyable for you guys. So when I actually introduce it, you will understand what I'm talking about, and I'm confident that you guys are going to really like it. So just bear with me for the moment. Minnie's saying, not Arsenal player. Um, no, it wasn't an Arsenal player. It was a Sporting player. Minnie saying, I predict Arsenal won't win on penalties. Oh, interesting, interesting. Well, we're just having a coin toss at the minute to find out which end it's going to be and who goes first. And it looks like the Sporting player has won the coin toss. Oh yeah, I think we're going to have the penalties. I think, don't quote me, but I think it's going to be at the end of the away fans. Um, Mills odds in. I think they will win. Interesting, right? So we'll see what happens, guys. Joey's saying, yeah, I don't think Arsenal will win on penalties. Interesting. So both Joey and Minnie not thinking Arsenal will win on penalties. Minnie Mo saying, don't worry, guys, you can have a wee rest on international break. Well, I will have a little bit of a rest, but I'm sure I'll be keeping going with every as many games as possible, and we will try to cover some of the international football. We've got to because obviously it's we want to follow how the UK nations get on as best possible. But thank you very much for the encouraging comment, Minnie. Like I said, I don't mind putting the effort, putting the hours in. It's just I'm just saying, working alone makes it very difficult to find much extra time to work on the other ideas that I've got at the moment. And I made a plan to at least stick to the match watch alongs between now and the end of the season to help speed things up a little bit. First penalty taken by Lisbon, and they smashed it right into the top of the goal. So yeah, I'm just trying to stick to that plan for now. Like I say, made the plan around Christmas time to stick with match watch alongs as much as possible to the end of the season and stay consistent with that, and then judge things from that point onwards. So yeah, thank you very much for that, Minnie. Really do appreciate the encouraging words, mate. Millsard saying my serious prediction 2-1 Wigan. Okay, mate. Yep, that's a good shout. Let's hope you guys get a positive result this weekend. So now we're going to have the first penalty for Arsenal, and it's coolly smashed into that far corner of the post. In the far side of the goal, low shot, comfortably into the bottom corner. So Lisbon to take their second penalty apiece so far, 1-1. Joey saying everyone inspired to get 7-0 after Liverpool laugh out loud. Sporting have just smashed their second goal into the back of the net. So Sporting now with the edge, 2-1 on the penalties. Thanks for that, Joey. Yeah, can't argue with that, mate. It's been a big hot talking point, 7-0 since that game, hasn't it? Millzard saying we have got QPR on April Fools, so if we lose, it will be lose it will be fools. Well, yeah, I suppose that's one way to look at it, mate. So yeah, um, let's hope there's maybe that's best for a draw then, so that nobody's a fool. Um, Arsenal now with their second corner taken by Saka, and he smashes it into this near corner post, and good goal there for Arsenal to level the score on penalties. Minimo saying, Joey, Celtic better not do 7-0 on Saturday. No, hopefully not, Mini. Like I say, hopefully you guys give a good account of yourself there against Celtic at Celtic Park. Millsord is saying, not far behind on comments today, Gaz. No, I'm trying to keep up with it. I'm trying to teach myself to keep up with it. But obviously, some games I'll get it right. Some games I'll still make the mistake of getting behind with it. But I'm sure it's going to get harder and harder as we attract more fans to it. So, yeah, it's that delicate balance of trying to keep commentating on the game for any fans that are not actually watching it, because obviously we put match watch along. I did experiment with a new heading on the title the other day for the Man City game, but it didn't seem to help. It didn't seem to make much difference. I retitled that. I didn't put that specific match watch along. I worded that with match updates with fan chat and as we watch along, so that I could be a bit more flexible with you guys in the chat. But it didn't really work because I ended up spending most of the game just talking in the chat and not actually commentating very much on the game. So, like I say, still got work to do to get it right. Arsenal just slammed in their third goal, so it's now 3-3 on the penalties. The goalkeeper going the right way for that one, but the player keeping the ball low on the ground there as he struck the penalty, and it just gone in just underneath his body. So Sporting now with penalty number 4. But thanks for that, Millsard. Nice of you to notice. And penalty number 4 for Sporting. Smashed away on the far side of the far post, low, and just low enough. And a lot of low shots coming in here. The goalkeeper's not able to get their body down low to stop those opportunities so far. But yeah, thanks for that, Millsard. So Arsenal now move up towards the penalty spot for their fourth penalty. Joey saying, fingers crossed, not Mini. Oh, right, yes, about with regards to the Celtic game this weekend. Yep, absolutely. Fingers crossed. See, I've got them crossed, Mini. Hoping. Arsenal. Oh, Arsenal have missed it. Arsenal have their 4 shots saved by the Sporting goalkeeper. He dived the right way. And Arsenal now looking like they could be on their way out of Europe. Goalkeeper there with a good save, and he's blocked it. So Arsenal now in very dangerous territory of Sporting. Smashed this one away. They've got it won. And they've smashed it behind. And there you go, guys. So Arsenal will be out of Europe. It's finished 5. I think it's 5-3 on penalties to Sporting Lisbon. So yeah, Arsenal drop out of the Europa League. Massively disappointing. They can only have themselves to blame, really, with the full 90 minutes and extra time, and they didn't manage to get the job done at home. And you've got to give credit to Sporting Lisbon. They came here to play, they came here to fight, to scrap, and they've done a bit of a job on Arsenal, in fairness. Just see that the Sporting Lisbon fans getting a bit treated heavy-handedly there by the British police, which is not a good advert for the British policing system, is it? But there you go. But Arsenal drop out, and Sporting Lisbon run into the corner there to celebrate with their fans. So let's try and catch up with the last few comments. Minnie saying, sorry, Minnie saying, I'll be a wall during England games. Okay, then, mate. Milzard saying, what does AWOL mean? AWOL, like crazy, AWOL going. Oh, I don't know how best to describe the word AWOL. AWOL means let's put it this way: if you join the military and you didn't follow orders, that would be classed as AWOL. Or if you left the military without permission, that's called AWOL as well. So, in other words, somebody that's not controllable, or somebody that's um, a bit of a freedom mentality, if that's what you mean, and if you get what I mean. But yeah, basically, it's like I say, if you was in the military and didn't follow orders, or left the military without permission, that'd be classed as AWOL, mate. Joey's saying going anywhere nice, Mini. Um, and Mini's saying absent without leave. Ah, right, absent without leave. Yeah, well, it means that as well, but. AWOL can also mean going nuts and uncontrollable, can't it? But yeah, Minnie's correct. Absent without leave. Millsard saying, okay. Thanks for that. Cheers for explaining that, Minnie. Joey's saying, thought that said, away, laugh out loud. Nice one. Guys, Millsard saying, not that far to my birthday on the 11th of May. Okay, Millsard. Well, that's definitely creeping up towards us. So, yeah, we hope you have a good birthday when it comes round, mate. Stevie Allen saying, question for you guys. Is there any other leagues around the world you follow? Oh, yeah, thanks for that, Stevie. I meant to ask that question. I did ask it the other night, but I forgot tonight. So, yeah, cheers, Stevie. Milzard saying, any fans still here from your first stream? Not in tonight's. Oh yes, sorry. Yeah, Joey. Joey's still here. From you mean first stream today? You mean first stream today? If you mean in first stream today, obviously, Stevie is still here, that moderating as Joey as well, who was in most of that stream, and also yourself, Milzard, who came in towards the end of that stream. Milzard saying Bundesliga, Stevie. Thanks for that, Milzard, and Stevie Allen saying cheers, Milzard, as well. Nice one, Stevie. And Milzard saying can't wait to see my hotel room tomorrow. Hotel room. Oh yeah, you're going travelling for Wigan's away game. So yeah, hopefully safe travels for you there to Watford, mate. Milzard saying bye bye Arsenal. Have fun to have fun. No more Europa League. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not gonna criticise them too much tonight. But yeah, disappointing to see Arsenal drop out of this competition. Joey's saying knew they wouldn't do it on pens. Right, well, fair enough. Yeah, they don't seem to have a great record on penalties, do they, Arsenal? Unfortunately, Mildard saying same. So you guys obviously didn't think Arsenal had a chance when it went to penalties. Minimo saying Arsenal out. Told you. Fair enough, guys. Fair enough. Minimo saying thanks for tonight, guys. Thank you, Minnie. Thank you thanks to all you guys for coming and get involved. Like I say, you guys contribute to making Fandom what it is, and I really do appreciate that. So big shout out to you guys as well. So thank you to you also, Minnie, and appreciate the positivity, mate. Milzard saying no first stream ever. I don't know. I'd have to look back. Possibly Dylan. Dylan is one of the fans that's been around for a long time. He's not showing up a lot at the streams at the minute, but that's because he's in the process of doing his exams. So possibly Dylan maybe came on the first ever live stream that I did. I'm not sure, but I know he's one of the fans that have been involved for the longest. But like I say, not seeing a lot of him at the minute. because I've told him, don't worry about coming on live streams. He wants to come on live stream, but I've told him while he's sitting his exams, put that priority because that's so important for his future. So I'm sure you'll bump into him at some point. He does come on, but like I say, at the minute he's right in the thick of his doing his exams, and I've told him to give that his full focus, which is absolutely right because it's important, like I say, for his future. Mini's saying, I like the French league. It's mental football. Oh, interesting. I'm quite surprised how many of you guys have actually said you like French football. So yeah, that's interesting. Minimo saying Millsard, good luck. Um, thank you very much for that, Mini. Loving the positivity between you guys. Awesome stuff. Minimo saying Millsard, look out for Portuous, Portuous in Watford team, ex Hibs player. Let's see, this is awesome. This is where you guys sharing knowledge and stuff. It's quality. Millsard saying, is he good? Nice one, Millsard. Yeah, I'm presuming so. So Mini pointing him out to you. Millsard saying, I'll check back, Gaz. Yeah, all right for the first stream. No worries. Well, like I said, I can't remember off the top of my head, quite a while ago now since I did the first stream. But if there is anybody still involved, I would presume it would possibly be Dylan. Possibly. But then again, there is other people that still talk to on social media that have been involved for a while. So I'd have to check, mate. But yeah, thanks for that, Millsard. Minimo is saying, see you soon. No worries, Minnie. Thank you very much for getting involved tonight. Always a pleasure to see you, mate. Look after yourself and enjoy what's left of your evening. Stay safe, mate, and hopefully catch up with you again soon. Millsard saying, see ya as well. So nice one, guys. And also Joey saying bye, Minnie. So yeah, absolutely great to see you guys sharing that positivity between yourself. Absolutely awesome. Really do appreciate it. I can't stress that enough. So Joey has also said bye to Minnie. Joey saying thanks, guys. See you on the next one. No worries, Joey. Thank you very much. Really appreciate you guys coming getting involved tonight. It's been a long night, but we got through it. And thanks to you guys contributing to the show, it's been an enjoyable evening. But forgive me if I got a little bit frustrated towards the end of the game there when it went into extra time. I'm just tired, guys. I was pushing myself already to do the double tonight after finishing work. But not to worry. We did it. We got it done. And it's a massive thanks to you guys for your amazing support. But yeah, cheers, Joy. Appreciate, mate. Appreciate it. And also, massive shout out to Joey, Millsard, and Minimo, all contributed fantastically to the show tonight. So really do appreciate it, guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm going to jump off now, go and get some food because I'm really hungry and it's getting late as well. And I probably haven't got much time now before I have to get my head down for work tomorrow. But not to worry. Maybe another late night for me coming. So yeah, thanks Joey, thanks Millsard and Minnie as well. A massive shout out to you guys. Really do appreciate all your positive comments tonight and your making the effort to contribute to the show. Also, special thanks to Stevie as well, doing all the magic work in the background to keep the chat clean and enjoyable for you guys, and not allowing the spam people to take over. So yeah, that's it from me for now, guys. Thank you very much, and really appreciate it tonight. It's been a great evening of football. Disappointing to see Arsenal dropping out, but like I say, they've not really can't really complain too much, can they? Because they had plenty of time to get it won, even with extra time, and they just didn't do it. And I'm sure that the Arsenal fan community will be really disappointed with that. Millsard saying Stevie still Jetty from first stream. Jetty? I don't understand that. Still Stevie still Jetty from first stream. No worries, mate. Well, I'm presuming you're talking about the first stream on the show. I don't know. I'd have to go back and have a look at it, mate. But no. Um, like I say, I'm not too bothered about people gone by. I'm more bothered about you guys that really do like what I'm doing, and I want to make the channel good for you guys. So hopefully we will achieve that as we continue to work and build the project. Like I say, still a lot of learning for me to do yet, guys. I'm uh, never class myself as the finished article, but we'll keep pushing forward. We'll keep doing what we're doing, and hopefully I'll get better. And like I say, more variety of stuff will be introduced in the future. Just have to bear with me for now. But yeah, thank you very much for that, Milzard. And Milzard saying here, um, Milzard saying, I've joined in a lot. Yeah, I've never said you didn't, mate. Never said you didn't. I've just said thanks to you guys for joining in, to you and to Joey and to Minnie. So yeah, I appreciate all your involvement, mate. Come and getting involved. Really do appreciate it. Like I say, you guys are also free to follow me on social media as well if you're on it. But yeah, like I said, Milzard, I regularly thank you guys as much as possible for the support that you give on the channel, and try to do my best to make you guys feel involved as much as possible. So yeah, and final comment, because now I'm going, because like I say, I've got to get my head down. Milzard saying 4-0 West Ham. Right, thanks for that, Milzard. Obviously, that was the final result in the other game in the Europa Conference League. But yeah, thanks for that, mate. Appreciate you dropping that in. But anyway, guys, I'm going to drop off now because, like I say, I've been on for almost 5 hours now. So yeah, thank you very much to all of you guys. Thank you very much, Milzard. Appreciate it. Also, Joey and Minnie. Really appreciate your contribution and coming getting involved as well. And also, like I say, special thanks to Stevie, who does the works the magic in the background, monitoring the chat. So like I say, guys, appreciate all your contribution tonight. Been great stream. Look after yourselves. Stay safe. Hopefully, see you guys soon again on future streams. But that's it for me for now. Bye.